Hello? Who's out there? Who are you? Do, 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 do. Hello, folks. Southwind Teach. It's Monday morning. Time for some mayhem. I don't know what kind of mayhem, but, throw it out there. Let's see. What can I do? What would you do per Klondike bar? I don't know what you do per Klondike bar. Morning, Cinnabon. Yeah, it's a good woke morning for you? Okay, Cinnabon. Yeah. Who are you? Do, 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 do. It's ready for a shill-tastic stream. I can't think of what I'm going to shill for today. I'm not shilling nothing today. Unless it's for a Klondike bar. And maybe. But it better be a damn huge, large Klondike bar that I'm shilling for. I mean, one so big that you have to have a pickup truck to haul the damn thing home with. Then maybe I'll shill some. Alright, just for you, Cinnabon. I will shill something. Everyone, go watch Paramount Plus. It's awesome. It's great. Okay, there's a show. Don't let him down. Alright, I know I got more people watching. So come on, more people can sit there and talk than just Cinnabon. I don't want to have to keep shilling. Oh. Bird's much better at shilling. Probably because of the fact they pay him. They don't pay me nothing to show. Stuff back. No, Cinnabon, I'm just trying to get more people to pop out and shill too. So you have multiple people shilling. Do you enjoy the day even more? I know how you love to listen to a shill, so. Let's see what's going on in the world today. Uh-oh, Elihu's here. So see, Elihu's here. He can help shill things, and you'll be even more happy, Cinnabon. We can have multiple layers of shilling. Lots and lots of shilling. I'm not high, Elihu. Not at all. Question is Elihu high? Did he go out yesterday and get everything that he needed? Was he at the dispensary at 8 a.m.? Those questions we'll wait and we'll hear next on Geraldo. No, wait a minute, not Geraldo. We're not Geraldo. I don't think Kurtzman's going to be fired in 6 years. No, they're going to sign him on for more. Hello, Dandelion Fluff. Elihu was 3 minutes late at 8:03 at the dispensary yesterday. Bad Elihu. After all what we heard the day before that about how you were out of it, you were late. God dang you, Elihu. Hello, Dr. Scotty. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We are just sitting here with some Monday morning mayhem. I don't know what the hell we're doing anyway because, I'm just here. I'm here for your entertainment enjoyment, even though I'm not very entertaining or enjoyable. And congratulations to the Canadian women's soccer team. Congratulations. Made it to the gold round, knocking the USA down to the bronze round. Congratulations, ladies. Normally, I wouldn't go against my own team's country, but the women's soccer team, well, fuck them. Kapla, bird of prey. Kapla. Let's talk crap about that toxic YouTuber. Well, there's so many of them, Cinnabon, I don't know where to begin. Oh, you were referring to Bird of Prey 5. I don't think he's that toxic. He's not as bad as some. Bird of Prey 5 is a good old soul, even though he's younger than me. And there is 54.5 Access Radio with the hashtag Pooh Bear Forever with 2 bunnies. You're now Maria. No, I haven't seen any of the latest videos. I got up this morning. I had to go run the kid to this band practice thing. I came back home. I was trying to read some news. See, nobody was streaming at this point, so I figured, what the hell, here I am. I am now online streaming just for your entertainment purposes. Bird's been whooped for a few days. And there's Elihu.
Entertain us. Yeah.
Let me entertain you.
It's a denial of a lie. I can't understand the rest of these words.
I can't sit there and start singing Queen this morning this early.
It's Nirvana.
I was singing Queen.
I was trying to sing Nirvana.
Bird says if you can't beat him, join him.
Then why are you not up here?
I don't know. Because we're not woke enough. That's why.
I've already had 4 cups of coffee.
I've already had 1 bottle of Mountain Dew.
Ew, disgusting.
It is not disgusting.
Mountain Dew is disgusting. Even with alcohol, it's disgusting.
And Cinnabon's already disgusted.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if that's at you and outraged even. But I don't know if that's because you've had coffee or I've had Mountain Dew. Or if Birds just went broke and decided to become Maria.
Maria.
I have no idea. It's supposed to be on a video he put out. I haven't gotten that far. I see nobody streaming, so I jumped on.
Yeah, Pickles is getting his COVID shot today. I know why.
Oh man, I wish I could be around there tomorrow and slap him in the arm. Damn. Hello, Liesland. Hello, Brightest Day. It'd be fun just to go up there and whack him right on the arm a day after you got shot. That's when it hurts the worst.
How you doing?
How you doing, buddy? Whack. I tried to jump in the backstage area before I came on to see who was back there to let him know I was going to stream. And it was only him, but he had Yvette's icon up. So I don't know.
It could have been Yvette because she does have the access to the backstage, and she is the new queen moderator.
But it had Pickle's name, so I don't know. I was confused.
Oh.
And I sat back there for a little bit. Nobody let me up, so I figured nobody was around.
Yeah, I was backstage for about 45 minutes yesterday waiting for him to show up. He was supposed to help me do a copyright claim. I could text him, but fuck it. He's probably asleep.
I know. I'm still waiting for him to make my DNN backdrop thing. I'm going to start doing a little recorded news program every day. Each news network.
So you want to have a background studio, huh?
Yeah, so then I'm going to sit there and do 4 or 5 minute video every day. Just put out me with random news items that make me laugh. Oh, look, who's here? LTG. Somebody said his name, and he pops up.
I think you're getting your shot, dude. Was that fast?
Streaming? What's the first thing I hear? Me.
You're supposed to get your shot.
Hello,
what
47.
Happened?
Going for my shot. About 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And no, 47 Yorktown, I am not sad that Canada beat the U.S. women's soccer team. Not one bit.
I am.
I actually laugh. I actually laugh at them.
Why'd you laugh? That's no fun.
Because they started off their very first match with Olin dropping to the knee. They lost to Sweden.
All right.
They are more about wanting to do political stunts. So, yeah, I laugh at them.
Well, yeah. Well, then, damn to them then. Because God forbid we have political statements anywhere.
That's supposed to be at the Olympics now. Come on.
You're absolutely right. God forbid.
Yeah,
damn to them.
Nobody should hold their fist up in the air on the platform.
Word.
So
well, Deej, thanks for streaming. What else did I miss? Did you just get on?
Yeah, I just got on. I've been on for 12 minutes.
11 minutes. Okay.
Yvette says, wasn't me. So, yes, it wasn't her sitting backstage. Okay. I listen, voice. Just woke up. Good luck, honey, with your jab. Haha.
This is your first one, right? LDG, this is your first jab, right?
Is LDG a virgin? This is first jab?
Sorry, I was talking to RXP. Thanks, Yvette. Yeah, we're going to have a vaccination party when I get back. So, vaccinated in the waiting room. That's right.
Unvaccinated, you're not allowed in the waiting room, folks.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, you won't see me there because I'm only halfway there. Ha!
Well, I'm only going to be halfway there.
Well, then you can't be there either. You said vaccinated.
I got to be there.
No.
How can I? Well, I'm just going to have... Okay, I can see it now, right? LDG is streaming, Thomas. And it's nobody there.
Good morning, Rox.
Blank screen. Yeah, rock solid getting freaking... With what's that word? When you get full of yourself?
Full of yourself?
Full of yourself. Yeah.
Hey, we need to congratulate Rock Solid. He has passed the salty checker.
Well,
congratulations.
Yay.
He passed the salty checker.
Rock Solid is officially better than salt. Good man. My analytics say I'll be past that in about 1 year.
Hey, Deej.
And Maria is here. Maria is here this morning. Hello, Maria Opre.
Maria Opre.
See?
What is this? Compound names?
No, I now identify as Maria Gonzalez. I am an 18-year-old undocumented dreamer from Mexico. I've submitted my script to Miss Senor Alex Kurtzman for a new Star Trek, Proyecto Venus.
Oh boy. Does that have to do with the video you posted this morning?
See,
Yeah.
Okay, so I haven't seen it yet.
Hello, Dave. Poor Yvette's lost her voice.
Hey, Deej, I got a good background for you for your little news thing. Check the private chat. You can download that video and use it as your backdrop.
God damn you, Elihu. The first thing that popped up was Disney Plus, you asshole.
I didn't put a Disney Plus on that link.
It gave me a fucking commercial for Disney Plus.
Because you don't have ad blocker installed.
I can't use that. I don't use OBS, so it would do me no good.
Okay, never mind. I thought you were, so...
You should
ignore
use
that.
OBS, unlike some people
Yeah.
who keep bouncing back and forth and can't make up their mind.
Well, I've
Stick with
tried
the one
using
that
OBS
works.
and I'm having a pain in the ass hook setting the OBS up. So like,
Well, you said you were supposed to come to me, and I was supposed to help you real quick set it up. Because once
I
you
know.
set it up, you're fine.
I know, but you've had lots and lots of other people that you've been helping, so I've left you alone while you get them. And we are a toxic panel, yes, Senator. So I've just been biding my time while you fix everybody else first.
Deej,
And yes, I already broke
you're
the
on my
rules.
fucking list, dude. Okay? You're on my
Shit
list.
list?
So,
Which list?
The shit list?
Well, that too, yeah, I mean,
Which list,
you,
man?
you know what? To be honest, yeah, you kind of are. I'm like on all my lists. Like,
Yeah, I figured that.
it's weird. Most people, they bounce around. You go to one list to another, but you're like on all of them. You're like
I like
VIP.
I like to cover them all just to be there.
Yeah, you got your bases covered. You're on my shit list.
Just
Or my hate list.
And yes, Roxanne, apply the L. I know. Am I on Eastland's list too? I don't know.
You're not on my list.
Shit, I gotta try harder then.
Yeah, I know. Not yet.
So I guess I'm gonna have to watch this video later to figure out why Bird is now Maria. And Thomas Potts says, Big Whoop, I'm on Mama Praise list. Dandelion says, I never asked Pickles for help. And I am on Eastland's good list. And I'm on Cinnabon's sellout list. All of us are. We are all sellouts.
Yeah, give me enough money, I'll sell out. But I'm not going to City Hall and naming. You cannot pay me enough to name a school like Donald Trump, okay, Deej? That I
Okay,
have a
that,
limit.
if he has any kind of reaction to the jab that I had, all he's going to get is a headache in the middle of the night tonight, and his arm will be hurting like a motherfucker tomorrow.
That's usually for the second shot. Basically, if you ever had a tetanus shot, you're going to experience about the same thing.
That's what I had for the first one. Middle of the night, I woke up. I had a headache from hell. It's subsided by morning, and I just had this sore arm. And Peach
Yeah, it's like a
is in the
tetanus
house.
shot. Oh, Peach.
Hell, the
PJ,
tetanus
that bitch-
shot didn't even do it that much to me, and I had that back in April because it'd been like 25 years since I had a tetanus shot, and they kind of thought maybe after the dog bit me that I should.
Yeah, you're supposed to get a booster like every 10, 20, 15 years, something like that.
Yeah, I kind of let things slide like that.
Hey, PJ, that trailer video was supposed to be for next week, episode 3, because today is episode 2.
Yes, and Yvette says she's always asking Pickles for something. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
hello,
Yeah.
PJ.
Yeah,
Hey,
she
you're
asked
welcome.
me for something, all right.
You're welcome, dude. I got bored. I'm like, I'm going to help out PJ for a second.
We know the only reason LDG is getting vaccinated so he can go to the UK. They're allowing.
No, I'm
US
actually being
citizens
forced against my will. So
fully
this is
vaccinated
record right
US
here.
citizens
I am being forced against my will to take the vaccine.
by who?
Okay. By my family and the government.
Your family is forcing.
Well, you
Yes.
could use it for both, PJ, but if you look at the last of the trailer, it says part 3.
And the government.
But it's still
I-
Fear for not being able to go to the grocery store or fly or anything. So I'm going to have to get vaccinated.
I
My
thought you were
family,
being-
because my father's a dick and he wants to force me to have the vaccination before I need it.
I thought Bird was forcing you to do it.
Bird is too.
There we go. We got.
Yeah, no. Yeah, just for the record, I am being forced against my will. If I had a choice, I would not be having it right now.
Damn parents.
I have no choice.
Let's see. Yvette said
And it's not a
gave
joke.
Gave her a headache, slight fever. Second one knocked her off her feet.
Yeah, it's really nothing. Yeah, the first one, yeah, slight headache, arm. Second one, arm hurts. You get a little sinus stuff. Yeah, it's mild.
PJ
Some
said,
people,
great trailer.
thank you. Yeah, very rarely has it been reported that people get severe reactions. The average reaction is about sore arm, slight headache, a little cold. That's it.
Cinnabon says you're an adult. You don't have to do what your parents say anymore.
That's incorrect.
Yeah, he does.
That's only people who don't care about their parents say. That is incorrect.
Now, this is Monday Morning Mayhem, folks. We're having fun times.
Oh, this is lots of fun. Being me is the most fun in the world.
I just wanted to be around you tomorrow so I could slap you on the arm. But
Yeah.
that's just me because I thought that would be fun.
Yeah, well, you know what? Thank God you don't have my mother's phone number. Because she came in here and smacked me for you. I swear to God. I swear to God.
That
Hey,
would be funny.
I
Bird,
wouldn't
can you have
be
Mama
like
Pray
Bird.
come? Can you have Mama Pray
Like,
come
you
visit
know,
Pickles?
passive about it.
Have Mama Pray go to Florida. She needs to slap Pickles.
And yes, Rox, we know the what
I'm going to tell Mama
did
Pray
you?
that. Hold on. Mama Pray, they're suggesting you go to Florida to slap LDG.
Gladly.
But she
Oh,
Oh,
Thank
she
you.
said gladly.
Thank you.
Yes.
I know she would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too, Mama Pray.
Now the epicenter of the virus, and I care about my family, so I would not put myself in jeopardy to go down there. But Uncle Paulie is really close.
Ooh. Gonna send Uncle Paulie.
You don't want to mess with the New York uncles.
LDG's gonna wake up with a horse head in his bed next to him.
Get a new pair of shoes. A little heavy to walk in, but hey, you got to swim. Well, not very well, but still, you got a new pair of shoes.
Swim with the fishies.
Give him the mop.
Oh, boy.
Yes, Thomas, it was nice seeing 100,000 people per day out in Chicago for Lollapalooza this weekend. Now, next week, when there's a big spike, I'm going to get blamed for it for some reason. Figure it out.
Oh, speaking of the Olympics, has anybody got a chance to watch some of these Snoop Dogg comments?
No.
It's funny as shit.
I try to avoid anything Olympic related. I just don't care.
So have I, and I do not care about the Olympics. Yeah, I do not care about the Olympics. But Snoop Dogg's commentary, how he occasionally drops the fuck bomb on live TV, it's hilarious. It's funny as shit.
The Olympics was more enjoyable when they had the Dream Team 1 and 2.
Do you remember when?
Just saying.
Do you remember when the quote unquote Dream Team started playing the Olympics, like '96? People complain, it's like, hey, why are professional basketball players playing in an amateur sporting event? I'm like, the Olympics is not amateur. It's supposed to be for the best of the best. These are the best of the best basketball players.
And plus, professionals had been playing in the Olympics for years before that in all the European countries and such. It took them finally taking a vote to allow the Americans to use their professionals.
Why aren't you on? I'm sorry. You done?
Yeah.
Oh, why aren't you on Odyssey? I mean, that's like your fucking platform.
Yeah.
For God's sakes.
I started to do it, and then it wanted me to do all this other bullshit to try to get points and shit, and I said, fuck you.
It's no. It's not like that. You made it sound so bad.
That's cash.
Yeah. You don't have to like get points or anything. It's not like pay to play or anything like that. Not at all.
Odyssey's still not letting Miss Londell live stream.
It wanted me to
Well, he doesn't-
get all these damn points just to be able to set up my damn profile.
Well, actually, Mr. Londell got. He has enough to live stream. He just hasn't done it yet. One of the owner guys came and gave him 50 coins. That's all you need, 50 coins. He just needs to put them towards this channel. It'll unlock live stream.
See, that's the problem right there. Nobody knows what the fuck that means.
Yep.
I know. And well, that's the problem, because you don't ask me because I can explain it.
No,
Real
that's the
easy.
problem with Odyssey. If they want to be a
To
legit
face it.
competitor, just let people live stream. Don't do this whole
You
bullshit.
can live stream.
Oh,
on
okay,
Odyssey.
Bird. They are. You know what
He
they're doing?
doesn't know how.
It's called beta. This Odyssey's not official yet. It's still beta. Still developing.
Bye, Cinnabon.
It's not out yet.
Yes, Cinnabon.
You can't expect them to freaking. I mean, even Bird. If they opened up the gates right now and said everybody can live stream in development mode, the servers would crash right now.
Well, they crashed.
You
the
know
other
that a
day,
fact.
So
Exactly.
okay, so it's not open to everybody to live stream.
It is open to
Yes.
everybody to live stream.
Is it or is it not? Because he's saying it is.
No,
and you're
it
saying
isn't. You have to either get it unlocked or unlock it yourself. But as far as like a default, no, they're not just giving it to everybody because it's still in development.
That's what I meant to say, Bird. The option's available. If you want to live stream, you can. If you don't and just want to upload videos, you have that option.
But
Or you can
I'll
do
take
both.
care of Mr. Londell, just like I helped out a few people get their live stream unlocked. I can help him. Besides, we got another movie to do soon. We want to do the.
Here we go. We've got a hey,
Alex.
quiet. We've got a
Dr.
celebrity.
Alex. Hey, Dr.
We've got a
Alex.
celebrity. We got Dr. Alex. And
Finally,
Here.
somebody else.
Muted.
Finally, another smart person on here.
Most muted.
I can barely hear you.
I'm not sure
Don't
where
have
the
a
smart
live
You
person
can
stream.
is.
even hear.
He has
There we
a
go.
question.
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
There we go.
Can you jump your volume?
It's low though.
Yeah. Your
You
volume's
should pump
low.
him up.
I can't because he's on automatic mic adjust.
I'll go a bit closer to the mic. Or I can turn it
Yeah,
up a
but
bit.
you
Hang
can
on.
change that.
There
That's a
we go.
little bit better.
I cranked him up to 200.
How's that?
All right. There you
Oh,
go.
yes.
Whoa.
There
Whoa.
we go.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
I was recording a video earlier, so I had my audio interface turned, adjusted for me basically speaking straight into the microphone. So it was a bit lower. Sorry, yeah, it was a bit higher than, lower, one or the other. Lower than usual, so I just had to raise it for now.
Hey, I'm a little higher than usual right now, so I know exactly what you mean.
So, welcome to Monday Morning Mayhem, Dr. Alex.
Thank you. This is Monday afternoon, grabbing a few minutes between chores for me.
Somebody's got to do it.
Indeed.
So, how the heck is things with you? It's been a little while since I've seen you.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to aiming to get onto one of your streams for a while, but I was missing it by sleeping and stuff like that. I'm good. I'm on holiday technically, but holiday for me is never a real holiday. I'm doing some odd jobs here and there between my main bulk of jobbing. Otherwise good though. I'm having a little 5-minute break now, so it's good. How are things with you?
The weather's decent for once. I'm preparing for this big Doctor Who game show thing on Sunday.
Ooh, what's that?
Jeff Nerdy.
Vile Mike's having Jeff Nerdy, and it's all about Doctor Who.
On Sunday, did you say?
Yep.
Yes, 5 p.m. your time.
I've already been nabbed by Old Media Guy to do a Doctor Who, I suspect, largely Doctor Who based live stream at 8 p.m. on Sunday.
Well, you got a couple
Then
hours
I-
afterwards.
I
I'm
could
still
probably
a little-
do both.
I'm still trying to figure out exactly who all's competing because I see me and Yvette's going at it, but all I see is one other person listed.
I
Maybe-
bounced out because we kind of made a little consensus. I believe you that if I'm miscorrect, please correct me. That since a lot of people have played Jeff Nerdy before, we should give some newbies some chance to play a game. So I know some other people really want to play. I'm like, okay, I'll back out for a brand new newbie to come up and play Jeff Nerdy. because I was going to play. But so far it's Deej and Yvette.
According to Twitter, in a post 44 minutes ago, Yvette's not going to like this, but it says the players so far is Deej, the Professor, and Yvette.
Oh, Professor Brainy Specs.
That is the listing that I am seeing on Twitter under Viles, posting 44 minutes ago.
I haven't even seen this post yet.
I knew that was going to get her going. I still think I'll take Yvette down, but
I don't see it.
I can't see the chat at the moment. Is Yvette in the chat?
Yes, she is.
Yes,
She said
yes,
hi,
yes.
Dr.
Yvette's in the
Alex.
chat.
Yeah,
She said
hi to
hi.
Yvette. I hope Yvette saw my last video I stuck up because, hello, because I saw all the comments Yvette stuck on my videos, which were then deleted by YouTube. And hence my last video, which is going, what the hell is YouTube playing at? Deleting all these nice comments.
That was a. What was that about? Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she commented on 5 different videos, lengthy, paragraph-long comments. I could see it in my notifications. I could read them that way. As soon as I went onto the videos, gone, missing. It's like, bloody hell, what? I mean, there's no profanities in there. There's no words or phrases they might balk at, even the most delicate of souls. It's just, what the hell are they playing at?
Can you see them when you go to your dashboard?
Can I see them?
When you go to YouTube Studio.
Right now.
I
Yeah,
had a couple.
I can help you.
I had a
maybe
couple like
fix
that too, and
Maybe.
I had to go to my dashboard just to read them.
Yeah.
Hello,
But
games.
I think you can like mark them or something, but you have to go to your YouTube Studio dashboard for that
To do what with them? Sorry.
to maybe get them to show. If you want to hit me up later, I can walk you through it.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, because that's
And hello,
bullshit.
Jeff.
I mean, she didn't curse or nothing.
No.
Yeah.
In my video, I did put a theory forward that maybe there's some hidden curse word in her actual name somewhere that I have somehow, being so innocent, have overlooked. But there's no logic to it at all.
Yvette is named after a river in France. That's the
It-
name of a
it's-
river.
it's
so,
YouTube.
How prophetic is that?
It's YouTube. There is no rhyme or reason to what YouTube does.
So it seems.
Well, it might be French. But French is still vulgar, but still, maybe that's why. It's French. I'm just fucking with you, Yvette.
And the really fun thing, Dr. Alex, is both Yvette and I have Alexa. And when we ask it the exact same question about which is the best Doctor Who,
I don't have an answer for that.
we get totally different answers.
She's on the stream. Ask Deej. She's on the stream.
I get David Tennant. She gets Jodie Whittaker.
That's ridiculous.
It is
Obviously, it should be Tom
hilarious.
Baker.
Yes.
Well, yeah, it should be Tom Baker, but that's what we get with our. It is hilarious, and then
There we go.
she wants to
Baker
kill
Baker.
the ball.
Oh,
Oh boy.
he's turned himself into Tom Baker. I think if I squint, I think I can see.
Yeah. Pickles morphed my face onto Baker's body.
Very good.
Which
I
is
do not
a
have
pain in
curly
the
hair.
butt because I have the original picture,
Mm-hmm.
but I
Yes,
get
very
yelled
nice.
at when I put this one on because then I get called Elihu.
That's why when Deej has Baker on, I'll just put on my little Capaldi one. So I see.
So I'll just leave the master on.
I still can't
Yes.
believe that's you. Like, you look so different in that picture.
Yeah, I don't like beards. I grew it
You look
before
like
I
a
saw-
civilized, regular, normal human being.
normal,
Maybe like a professor or something.
civilized maybe, but normal. What
course.
the hell have you been smoking, dude?
Dr.
Well,
Alex
I-
has the epic
Why
scarf.
have I been zoomed in on?
I was pointing out the epic scarf.
Of course.
I'll go back to cartoon.
yeah.
Dude.
All right, guys. I'm off.
Go get your shot.
Get jabbed.
Wish me luck. And
And
Good
do
luck.
not leave
We're
before the
back.
15-minute mark. You will get yelled at.
All right. Well, it shouldn't take long, right? It's just a jab, right? They stick me and I'm done.
No. They
you have
you have to
you
wait
have
for
to sit
15 minutes.
around.
Yeah, they want to make sure there's no bad reactions in the first 15 minutes. If you do, raise your hand. You get immediate medical attention. Otherwise, you get yelled at if you try to leave. Just wait the 15
Okay,
minutes.
so I'll still be able to raise my hand. Okay,
Yes.
that's good. Okay.
Yes.
Well, you're only getting it in
won't
one
be that
arm,
bad.
dummy.
Yeah.
You're only getting it in one arm,
Well, I'm
dummy.
saying,
You
if
can raise
I'm
your
like
other one.
flopping like a fish on the floor, I'm going to have a hard time raising my hand. Okay?
And,
I mean-
and make sure they ask you medical questions first instead of just giving you the jab and then handing you a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Because they're supposed
No,
to
yeah.
ask you some of your medical history and shit.
Yes.
They never did that with me.
Okay.
They just jabbed
Really?
me in the arm, left me in a little room all by myself, and handed me paper.
Yeah,
I don't
me,
know.
the lady was like,
Yeah.
"Do you have any heart
You have now
conditions?
been
Do you have a
tagged.
history of this? Do you have a history of that? Nope. Are you healthy today? Yep. Okay. Boom. Have a seat for 15 minutes.
They're supposed to ask you if you're on blood thinner. They never asked me.
Huh. Well, I got a little.
Oh,
final
wait.
medical
So,
trail.
wait. So, should I take my morning meds right now or
Yes. Yeah, take your
I
meds,
took
dude.
mine. I
Take
took
your
mine.
medication.
no? My metformin?
Yes, you can take your normal medication.
Okay.
Yvette asks, LTG, are you pregnant?
Yes.
Well, then you can't
Yes,
have
I am.
it. If you're pregnant,
Really?
you can't have it. Yeah. Good
Oh,
morning,
great.
Darius.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of medical
I found a way to get out of it.
A
That's
lot of
awesome.
medical professions are stating that it could damage the fetus. It could, but it's no proof yet. But they're saying do not
How can
do
it?
it. It's costly
This
doctor.
is. Oh my
It's-
god.
It's an
I just don't wanna think
antibiotic.
about it.
It's an
You know what? I'm
antibiotic
just
into your
glad.
body system, which everything the fetus absorbs. So they want to make sure it's safe for the fetus. That's why they're saying if you're pregnant, talk to your personal private doctor about this. Don't just go randomly get the shots. Because some pregnant women can do it, some pregnant women can't. It's up to the individual and the doctor's record, the private doctor's
It
recommendation.
makes as much sense as a number of other things. But anyway, all right. Well, if I don't make it, I love all of you. I mean that. And
I get.
no worries. I'll have fun on my next life.
Hey! You left your computers to me in the will, right?
Yeah.
I get
Yeah,
Rex.
yeah, sure.
I get Rex, right?
Yeah.
I get to keep Rex.
You want Rex? Seriously? All right. All right. No problem.
See, we have this on video, folks. So this is a video,
Living well.
Video will, yeah.
living will. Yeah. So we know Elihu gets Rex, and I get the computer.
Just-
Hello,
just-
Random Menace.
When you get my computer, just delete my porn folder. Thank you. All right. Love you guys. Take care.
Helpfully
You're good.
labeled my
See you
porn
soon.
folder.
And just to answer random, I had to get it to be able to go get the dentist work I need done. If it wasn't for that, I still would not have got that damn jab. They are now forcing you to do it to even get any other kind of medical shit done. Assholes. Anyway, back to whatever, because this is Monday Morning Mayhem. I'm trying to have fun today.
Woohoo.
Yay.
Yeah, I need more coffee.
I should not be getting a headache from the live stream until Wednesdays when I appear with the Salty Trekker.
I thought you were going to say Wednesdays when you watch my show.
No, Salty Trekker, when I'm up on with him.
Yeah, I was always confused about that. How the hell do you get a word in?
He's generous and lets me get one in every 23 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I was confused about that.
Hi, Hector. Hector's calling the rest of you riffraff, I guess.
Riff-raffs? I'm a weirdo, okay?
I don't know.
Not one of those damn riff-raffs.
I don't even know what this Doctor Who trivia game is going to involve this weekend. I don't know if it's just going to be Classic Who, Modern Who. All we've been told is there will be no questions dealing with the Jodie era.
If normally there's two boards. If there's two boards, one board might be classic and the other might be latest Doctors.
Very cool.
That's usually how he does it.
Yvette still thinks that she can beat me just because she says, in her own words, I've watched Doctor Who longer.
Hey, she's got Davros' little minions on her side. She
Well,
can
that's
kick your
okay
ass.
because I've been binge watching all kinds of episodes.
Or you been hanging out on Pluto TV again?
No, I have every episode that you could possibly get your fingers on a hard drive.
I have access to every episode. I don't have them, but I have access to them.
Well, why would I want to watch Pluto TV when it only plays a certain number during a week and you have to watch them with commercials?
Yeah, the commercials is bad, but they have their own Doctor Who channel, so...
I know they do, but...
Yeah, the commercials.
I'm not stuck with a dozen episodes for a week. Watch whichever I want, whenever I want.
Oh, I've got some Doctor Who news about the live stream that Old Media Guy is doing, although I think I'm remembering this right. He's asked me to read some of my new series for the live stream. So if he still wants me to do that, big if, I've agreed. So I will read more of my first episode in the live stream. It won't be quite like when I do the videos because obviously I can't edit out my mistakes, and Eon, my editor, won't be reading the Romana part. I'll have to do it myself. I'll try not to put on a silly high-pitched voice for her bits. But yeah, I will read some of the new season 13, which should hopefully come out at the same time as the BBC pump out their crap.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you need a silly high-pitched voice to fill in, I'm sure Maria Oberto Prey over here will be happy to fill in.
What kind of high silly voice you talking about?
Hola.
Well, you got no high silly voice. Squeeze those balls. Get that voice higher. Higher. Higher.
How is
that was
the
a-
wolf situation?
Say again?
The
Okay,
wolf?
maybe you don't want Bird doing the silly high-pitched voice parts.
No.
You just gotta squeeze those balls and get that voice.
Bird, you're fired. Can't do the high-pitched
Foxes.
silly
I mean, the
voices.
foxes.
How the foxes? Yeah. I might pop out later and try and get some more footage. I've got one set of footage of the fox getting fed. There's not enough to do a video yet, so I need at least one more. But yeah, Friendly Fox is back, taking sausages, looks happy.
wow.
Got a very regular pattern. It sort of comes along, eats 6 sausage pieces, and then sods off. I was like, oh, I'm done now. Enough. But you're not greedy enough. You should stay longer, eat more sausages. But no, that's its thing. It comes past almost the same time when it does come past. It doesn't come through every day. 10 to 9, turns up, eats sausages, sods off.
And
Well,
greeting's
Billy,
just another
that's
red
it now.
shirt.
Haven't seen you in a while, dude.
Yvette says I might make a good Romana.
This is true. It would be a different Romana, of course.
At
But it
least
wouldn't
she
be
has
me
the
doing
proper
Romana. It should be
accent.
a plus.
Yeah.
And she has a proper accent since she is from England, so.
Yeah, but not for my Romana. My Romana has her own accent.
Gonna have to work on that, Yvette. I'll get you a copy of how she does it whenever she gets her voice back and send it to you, and you can check out.
Yeah,
see if
actually,
you can get
Yvette now knows what Romana sounds like. My Romana sounds like, because she went and binge watched 5 episodes of my Doctor Who series straight through last night, which is how I got. No, that's where the comments came from. She was commenting on each one. It's like, bloody hell, you watched 5 in a row. Well done.
Well, we do try to get the word out there for the Doctor Who lovers to go listen to some good Who and not.
Okay, what you just said, Deej, is the reason why you're going to lose. You just said Doctor Who fans. If you were going to win, you would have said Whovians. This is the reason why you're going to lose.
Elihu, I'm translating for those in the chat that do not know Doctor Who, like Maria Oberto Prey 5 here. Because Bird said if he was ever a judge on any kind of contest that I'm on and that question comes up about Doctor Who, it's automatic minus 500 points for me. Just because I like because I like Doctor Who.
Zero
He has no clue.
pointes.
Settle. You gotta have that little your tongue on the back of your back of your mouth. Settle.
I'm starting to kind of miss the Ozzy O'Prey days. Anyway. But yeah.
Yeah, in the words of Kelly Bundy, case of rum, case of rum.
I kind of like that Doom mask. Dr. Alex has in the back, too.
Yeah, that was from Anti-Tracker. Sorry, Salty Tracker now, I have to say. Of
Yeah,
course.
he's salty now.
It's going to be hard to get
Extremely.
used to this.
I know. Give it another year. He'll change his name again. It'll be like the whole Twitter thing. It was a flash in the pan, come and go.
Well, I only changed my Twitter name once. Because I misspelled it.
So, have you been keeping up with the Olympics, Dr. Alex?
There are Olympics happening?
Yeah, I didn't know that
he's
either.
he's like the rest of us. We don't really care. I'm just being nice and saying something in case there is somebody that likes it, because I am a sellout, like Cinnabon says. Not Ryan Johnson's even in the house.
I did like the opening ceremony. If you
There was
haven't watched the opening
openings.
ceremony, yeah, their opening ceremony, they had a drone show again, and they had a rotating Earth. I loved it.
Wouldn't any Earth be a rotating Earth?
Yeah.
They
I was
made
just
the-
thinking,
I know, they
basically
made the Earth
everyone's
rotate.
got a rotating Earth. We're sitting on it, but
They made the Earth rotate. It wasn't just a static image they had. They made it move like it was animated. You know what I'm talking about. It's early.
So I'm going to ask Dr. Alex, how did you feel when the news hit that Whitaker and Chibnall was leaving?
wow. That's a good question. I didn't. No. I mean, I didn't really leap around the room going, "Yeah, yay," because it makes very little difference, I suspect, because there's another season of their crap coming out. Obviously, I will offset it with my far superior season, but it's still going to be there for pumping this garbage out onto regular people's TVs. And at the end of it, his stuff will still exist unless now Yvette knows that I did it. Unless we have a Dallas shower scene and erases the whole of Chimble bollocks, then that stain is going to be on the franchise forever until somebody can write it out. And the BBC is in no way inclined to do that, because all of this on the nose, blunt messaging that he seems to excel in is exactly what they want. So they don't want this written away, because this is exactly what we've been asking for. This is what we need today. Whether or not the viewing figures slump into the toilet, this is the right way to go. So them leaving makes very little difference, because it's probably going to remain just as crap from here on in, at least as long as the BBC lasts. And I will stand by my prediction that I made to Old Media Guy and Anti-Tracker, now Salty Tracker, that I don't think the BBC will be here in a year's time. And I'll stick with that prediction. Okay, maybe it's 11 months' time since I made that a while ago.
So
I
you got
made a
whole
very
20
similar
days.
prediction the other day, Dr. Alex, because
Mm-hmm.
the last government poll was 16% of people watching the BBC. So
Oh, wow. That is
I'm pretty much, I would agree with you on that. I haven't got long because I've got to go make dinner, but I just for the sake of Deeds and I, so Dr. Alex. All right.
Yeah, that voice is sounding rough today.
Yeah, I bet.
It
Alexa.
faded away.
Shut up. Oh, my Alexa's woke.
Your Alexa's woke. All right. Yvette, how did you, while you're still here, how did you get through 5 episodes in one night? Did you not sleep?
Well, I was up at midnight. I was working till I think about 2:30, 3.
Yeah.
Then spent a bit of time backstage. Then everyone went to bed. No one was streaming, so I thought, oh. So I put them on, and next thing I knew, it was nearly breakfast.
Damn.
Wow. So when are you going to watch the other half of the series?
Well, if there's no one streaming after I finish work tonight, well, in the early hours, then I will be getting through some more.
Wow. What do you think of it so far?
I'm loving it. Obviously, you didn't see any of my comments, which is really shit.
No, I did see them.
Good.
It came through in my notifications and on my email notifications. So I have them and I've screenshotted them,
Good.
but they're gone. They're not there on the YouTube. Can you see them?
I literally, with Virgin have been doing work here, so I haven't had the internet for half the day. I took a nap. My voice is in and out, and I woke up and saw Deej streaming. I actually haven't even looked at any messages yet, so I didn't know about that. The only thing I can think of, in every message, I started with "Hey" or "Hi, Dr. Alex."
But that
That's
shouldn't make
the only consistent thing in every message.
Yeah.
Maybe the word doctor?
It makes no sense. There's nothing I can think of.
You know what YouTube are like, they're sensitive, you can't use the word doctor, even if you are
It
a
might
leading
be
doctor.
that you did so many comments back to back.
Not on each video.
Yeah, there were different videos though.
Yeah, but it could just think that's suspicious. I don't know.
Oh, God knows.
I'm stretching here.
Yeah.
Reaching.
But it made a nice excuse for me to make another video.
Well, I will certainly. I got a shitload of messages to read, and I haven't even looked at the YouTube list, but I will get to them all. I promise at some point.
Well, I'll be interested to see what you think of the whole series, which will probably be about 3 or 4 hours. You'll have finished it. And see if you think I did it right.
I've loved it so far. You see my comments. I heard things like I heard Douglas Adams. I heard, there were certain things. And I have to mention James Barber.
You're the first person to
writer.
Yeah.
Oh.
I did. Like I said, I did read your comments. You're the first person to spot the fact that the rat on Mondas is the progenitor of the Cyberbats.
Yeah.
Well done.
Okay, that's good. And it really reminded me of Domain, which is the one where they're stuck underground with the rats. And they're climbing up, and the rats are all piling up. It was literally like a scene out of that. So, yeah, wow. Made me think of that book immediately. But, yeah, I loved it. I loved all that. I love the Cyberman. So.
Good.
Yeah. No, I really do. I don't think anyone will tell you I will not waste my time on anything I don't like. And to watch 5 back to back, I didn't even realise I'd watched 5. That's how easy it was.
Wow, thank you.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing the rest of them. Definitely.
Awesome.
Definitely.
And I see your Doctor Who has caught the eye of Doomcock.
Yeah, he has promised to read a part for the new series, and he like a couple of weeks ago he said, "I have it done this weekend." That was 2 weekends ago. I was like, okay, so maybe Doomcock will be in the next season that I do, but fingers crossed. We'll have to see if he remembers.
Someone will have to give him a nudge, Bird.
The best comment I love, though, and I hope I don't embarrass you by reading this, but you had your video about YouTube deleting nice comments.
Uh-huh.
And it come from someone named Ebony Mom that says, "Hey Foxy, remember that all of my comments are positive, whether you can see them or not."
Yeah. I did see that one.
Oh, I say.
There you go. Better wallpaper.
There we go.
Anyway, I'm going to have to jump. I'll put the chat back on when I get downstairs to the kitchen. And I will definitely catch up with you, Dr. Alex, at some point when we can.
Yeah.
Definitely. Anyway, guys, I'll be listening when I can. I'm trying to kill
Thank you, Dandelion Fluff.
Oh. Yeah, she's lovely, Dandelion. She's
Hector wanted me to read.
All right, guys, I will see you later. All right, take care, everyone. Much love. Bye.
Hope you feel better.
Bye.
And Hector said, "Bird Joe, Joseph Joe, Jose Maria, a name given to boys and girls, is your true Latin name." Here you go, Bird. And now I forgot what I was going to say.
I can check my download time. Hey, Bird, I got an update on my download time for the game. Out of 100 gigabytes, I'm at 49.5882. Slow down,
What?
Rose.
Dandelion has just subscribed to Dr. Alex. I threw your link into the chat.
Thank you. Thank you.
Got to get Dr. Alex more and more and more subs, folks. He needs them. He's gonna pass me up soon, so that's a good thing. Because he really does great content, folks.
I'm just glad people are enjoying it.
So, let's see. I was trying to think. Oh yeah.
Oh, Dr. Alex.
There was a certain American that offered his services to doing Doctor Who.
Who was that?
Oh no.
Michael J. How in the hell do you pronounce his damn last name? The guy from Babylon 5.
Oh, J. Michael Straczynski.
Yeah, J. Michaels. Yeah. He offered up his services to do Doctor Who.
Presumably to write it rather than act in it, yeah?
Yeah, to write it.
Well, I would... It shouldn't be relying on me. There are many actually really good writers out there you could hire to do Doctor Who. Instead, we have Chimbal, the Prince of Ineptness. I mean, what the hell were they thinking hiring him? Basically for anything. I mean, there's nothing he's produced. What was it? Oh, that Broadchurch. Everyone goes, oh, but he did Broadchurch. Yeah, great. If he'd written freaking Coronation Street, I wouldn't hold him up as the greatest writing talent ever. The fact that he can write something of soap opera level, really, I know it's a crime drama, but let's face it, it's soap opera level writing. That doesn't make him a good writer. It certainly doesn't make him capable of writing good sci-fi. And even if he cut his teeth on loving Doctor Who, his love is a poisonous kind that seems to kill the thing it loves. So don't give him any passes. Never hire someone as crap as that to handle something which can basically make the BBC as much money as Doctor Who could, and now isn't.
Yes, Cinnabon Bunny, I do know how a gun works.
So how is your feeling that an American can do it?
To write it?
To write it.
I think it. I don't know. He has quite an international eye. When you remember Babylon 5, he did like having planets based on other countries other than just American-based planets. The Rangers, okay, that was straight out of Tolkien, but there was a sort of a British-based planet that they came from. I mean, obviously, a very sort of stereotypical one, an Arthurian British planet, but I mean, he could do it. I don't see why not. If he had sense, he would get in other writers as consultants to help him get the tone right for the Britishness bits. But yeah, he's sensible enough to do that as well.
Isn't space already too British right now for Doctor Who? Everything's British.
Isn't what?
Isn't space already too British for Doctor Who? Everything in the future is all British. British survived. The Britain Empire survived. It's all Britain. You got some people talking with slight British accents and different planets. I'm like, okay, so the future is British. If you watch a couple of the first episodes...
Where are you talking about?
Okay, the warehouse episode, with Jodie, the warehouse episode. I forgot. Kablam. There's an employee who talks with a slight British accent. I'm like, wait a minute, this is not Earth.
Wait, you're talking about current Doctor Who. I mean, I use Doctor Who in air quotes.
Yes.
And you're saying it's too British. Look, the current Doctor Who, it's made in Britain.
I know.
By idiot British people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got British elements to it. It's still shite. It's not shite because it's got British elements. It's shite because the writer is crap.
Well, it's shite, yeah, because I'm saying, like, why do people on different planets in the future have a British accent?
Because it's a show written in Britain, Elihu. Duh.
By the way,
come on.
Since Elihu's brought it up, I am taking the piss out of that actually directly in season 13. I don't want to give too much away, but season 13, the joke is one of the things that people criticize Chimbal for, and there are so many things you can criticize him for, but one of the very valid criticisms is it's always on bloody Earth, yeah?
Yeah.
So my season is taking the piss out of the fact that his is always on Earth by having it completely, the entire season, okay, spoilers, the entire season is, none of it is on Earth except for the very opening scene where they're standing in Antarctica again, and then from there on in, bang, nothing on Earth at all. And yet, there is still a very British, earthly. There are things of that ilk cropping up all the way through, and I'm basically trying to illustrate that you can have this kind of referencing in a series, and still you don't have to be hamstrung to being on Earth in actual historical settings that we know about from the past all the way through, which is one of Chimble's many weaknesses, that he does that. Like, it's, yeah, I know it's cheap to film on Earth, but you could probably get away with not having it on Earth and still end up filming on Earth. You know, there are ways of doing it. So I'm taking the piss out of that as well, Elliot.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, out of all these planets and all the galaxies, everything happens on Earth. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
To be fair, by the way, there's of course a very good example, and I kind of half reference it in the new series as well, where the Doctor does spend an entire regeneration on Earth, and that's the Third Doctor. The Third Doctor, his TARDIS was hamstrung, and he was basically forced to spend almost the entire run on Earth, with one or two exceptions. And yet it's still a classic Doctor, classic seasons, because it was written well and imaginatively within those constraints. Whereas Chimble's constraints are his very imagination and lack thereof. So it doesn't make things better having those constraints, that kind of constraint.
Agreed.
And now we have a Canadian on this panel.
Yes. Hey. I can actually come on briefly today because it's a holiday in Canada.
What holiday?
Yeah, we just like holidays. So every now and again, they just give us an extra stat holiday. It's just it's called the August long weekend. It's a civic holiday.
Oh.
It doesn't celebrate anything special except for Canadians liking to have an extra day off. So, yay, day off.
August is the only month that America does not have a national holiday or a federal holiday.
No, well, I don't know if it's in all the provinces, but in the last 2 provinces I lived in, so good enough for me.
The only holidays in August I celebrate is Barbara Eaton's birthday and my birthday.
Oh, well, that's nice. Is your birthday soon?
Yep. August 23rd. And her birthday is August 23rd.
Very good.
And Elihu plans on getting drunk with one of those little bottles that you get on an airliner.
I do not drink little nips. If I'm going to have alcohol, I'm going to have a full bottle, okay?
That is a full bottle for you. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
okay, Eli. I'm a lightweight drunk too. It's not. It's actually something to be proud of because you don't have to spend so much money to become inebriated.
Exactly. I can have a whole beer for an entire baseball game, and I'm good.
Right.
And Elihu, there's a thing pointed out about your comment. You should see how American all the future seems coming from American TV and movies for sci-fi.
Yeah, so I know.
Don't sit there just pick on Doctor Who because Doctor Who is expected to be British.
Yeah, I know. A good example is Independence Day. Worldwide come together and only Americans can't save us.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was an American film, I suppose.
Yeah.
Come on, time travel is not supposed to be dealt by Americans. You know how they do it in their movies. That comes from Doctor Who itself.
Actually, H.G. Wells. Well, he was British, so hey. Herbert was British.
So, I also heard a rumor for the 60th coming up that Eccleston's even going to be a part of it.
I hope so because he had a very major bad contract dispute with the BBC. I hope he's back.
I liked him as the Doctor. I was actually sad he only had the 1 season.
I know. Yeah, because the caretaker did say old faces, which meant old Doctor regenerations. Come on, bring Eccleston back.
Well, this rumor I got was from Yvette the other day. She was talking about she'd read somewhere that for the 60th they were going to bring back all of the Doctors from the current series. Eccleston, Tennant, Smith, Capaldi.
Oh, Smith's got to go some hair.
But not Jodie Whittaker, apparently.
Well, no, that's the whole thing. We're probably going to be forced to see her in it, too. But that's supposed to take place after the 4 specials that Ern Chimbal put out next year.
Yeah, specials. We feel so special.
It's just another
He's
Tenet
nasty,
ripoff that. That's just Tenet ripoff there that he got 4 specials when he was ending, so they're going to give her 4 specials because she's so special.
It'll still
I
be
haven't watched
fewer
a
episodes.
single one
Sorry.
of her episodes. I haven't watched a single one of her episodes.
Good. Neither have I. I've only enjoyed her episodes through the reviews of others, and quite frankly, given how crappy they universally, they all like agree with each other. So I don't doubt the way the stories have unfolded via the reviews. And I know I hate doing this, not viewing something and being critical of it, but I didn't watch Matt Smith for 3 years when he took over the role because I didn't know who the hell he was. I thought, oh my God, they're getting younger and younger. They put a bloody fetus in the role now. But all I heard was good things about him. So eventually, about 3 years in, I watched the first Matt Smith episode and thought, bloody hell, this is brilliant. I know what he's doing. He's doing Patrick Troughton in a young man's body. This is awesome. And he was, apparently. It turns out, I learned later, he actually had looked at Troughton, one of the Troughton series stories, and basically based his character off that. And it's like, oh, yeah, this is perfect. This is exactly right. So I'd only heard good things. I came back to it. I watched it. I enjoyed Matt Smith.
Yeah,
I
like
never heard a
Matt
good
Smith.
thing. I've never heard a good thing about Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who, or let's put the blame where it should be. Chinball's Doctor Who.
I'm going to say this. And
No,
Deej can
no, I
kick me
haven't
off-
even heard
Deej can kick me
anything
backstage for saying this or not, but Jodie Whittaker is one hell of an actress, but she got a very bad script running Doctor Who.
Oh yes.
Okay, good. Deej agrees.
I didn't agree with nothing there.
No, you didn't kick me out. That means you agreed.
No. Okay, well, if you want me to kick you out, that's just fine. There we go. We got rid of Elihu.
Oh
We're
well.
saying that, folks. Now behave yourself.
Never.
I, on the other hand, had to watch the episodes because I was all part of those debates over it.
Mm.
So, to be fair, going into the debates, I had to watch the Jodie episodes.
I probably would have watched them, but I don't know where to watch them. Like, I don't have TV.
Yeah,
Are
because
they
right
available
now-
somewhere on YouTube?
Right, and they're not on YouTube. You
Yeah,
have to
Daily
have
Motion.
they're not on
H-
YouTube, and they're
Alex,
not on
Daily Motion.
Netflix.
You
Then
have
I
to-
don't see it.
You have to have them. HBO Max has them all.
Nope, Daily Motion has the new Doctor Who's.
I don't think I get that.
Oh.
Well, HBO Max has them too.
I don't have HBO Max. I think my
Do you have ad blocker?
no.
Oh. If you had ad blocker, I'd give you a website you can watch every single Doctor Who.
But before you do dive into Chinball Who, I mean, I didn't watch it initially because I wasn't interested. I do also think the gender swap was clumsy and being badly done as an idea in the first place. By the way, I did 2 videos on how they could have made the Doctor female without pissing off the audience. But anyway, come back to that later. But I have further not watched Chinball Who because I didn't want my fond memories of Doctor Who tainted by utter crap being thrown all over them. So I would just steer clear.
Yeah, people were complaining, it's like, hey, why do you got an old man? Get a woman doctor. Okay.
Well,
why you
I
gotta have
didn't-
such a bad fucking doctor?
I don't think I even saw all of the Garibaldi. Is that right? No, Capaldi. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Garibaldi's a mountain
Garibaldi.
here.
That's
Capaldi. I didn't even see all of
Garibaldi,
Capaldi.
Garibaldi is
All
chief of
the
security on Babylon
Double
5.
five.
Well, actually, Garibaldi
Or
is
an Italian revolutionary.
a park here in BC, but a mountain. I just went hiking there
Hello,
not long ago.
Bosco.
But yeah, I don't have TV. I don't have Crave. If it's not on Netflix and it's not on YouTube, I don't have it. Or if it's on Disney Plus, because I'm pirating somebody else's Disney Plus. So if it's not on one of those 3 things, I don't see it. I don't have a way of seeing it. I'm not paying for more streaming just to not like a show.
Yes.
It doesn't sound like something I would spend money on.
Well, Pluto TV is free, so you can watch classic episodes.
With commercials. They have the Doctor Who channel.
Anyway, like I said, I have not seen even all the Capaldi episodes. I think I saw 1 season.
Garibaldi is a biscuit, and Jared.
But it's Garibaldi is the mountain range here.
And Garibaldi is
Gari.
Yeah,
And
Garibaldi
Thomas
is
Potts, you should wash your mouth out with soap for saying that.
I mean, I liked the idea of them having the Doctor as a woman. I didn't have a problem with that. I'm sad if they did a bad job of it.
Oh.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, People were upset about that.
There are so
Now,
many
see,
actors
I-
that have done it well.
I was upset
So they
about
didn't.
it.
People complain
If the-
about every new Doctor.
If they wanted a female Time Lord as a centrist character of a show, they should have done a spin-off. They've done plenty of spin-offs from Doctor Who in the past. They could have done a spin-off of this.
Yeah, I mean,
They could have even made the central character female. They didn't have to do it by this really clumsy, obvious transgender doctor bollocks. I mean, that's just such obvious pandering and virtue signaling. It's just like, for God's sake. Well, I mean, obviously, by the way, we knew this was going to happen the second they pulled Missy out of the bag. By the way, that was fantastic representation there. What's your first major transgender character in Doctor Who? A freaking psychopath. Well done. That's a great bit of representation there. And
maybe
obviously,
J.K.
also-
Rowling wrote that part.
and also, when they did the general gender swap as well, it was obvious that they were going to gender swap Capaldi at the end of his run. And that also, by the way, it also showed that this wasn't something that was happening all the time with Time Lords, because you saw how surprised the Guard was when that gender swap regeneration actually occurred. The Guard going, oh, didn't expect that.
They had foreshadowed it in previous seasons, because I can't remember
Yes,
if
with
it was because I remember, was it Matt Smith who checked down his shorts to see if he was still a
No,
dude?
he grabbed his Adam's apple.
Right.
Oh, I remember
Yeah, then he
somebody
said
looking
still
down
ginger.
the front of their trousers in something, like after, I couldn't remember which one it was though.
The only person who would look down at the trousers would be Captain Jack.
Yeah.
Well, they looked down their own trousers just to,
Oh,
Well,
their
I
own
guess-
trousers.
I guess
Oh,
if you're,
okay. Own
I guess
trousers.
if you've
I'm
got
sorry.
a new penis, you're going to check it out no matter what. So,
But I just think it's very clumsy, obvious virtue signaling. It was just like,
oh yeah,
this is not
no.
the way to do it. By the way,
no,
I
I
would
agree.
recommend everyone goes and sees my 2-part video of how they could have made the Doctor female without pissing off the whole half the audience, because there are 4 obvious choices they could have done for the female Doctor. They wouldn't be the same person, but they could have made them carry on as the Doctor, with the Doctor either dying, which would have been a natural end to Matt Smith's run, retiring as the curator, getting trapped in another universe, any number of things that would force another person to step into the role of the Doctor.
Mhm.
And okay, spoilers, I'll spoil my entire videos for you. I would have suggested using either Romana as a really good female Time Lord who could fulfill the role, the Doctor's daughter, the one he was essentially cloned into,
Yep.
River Song at a push, even though there's only one real generation left, and then the one I forgot and had to make the second video for, and I can't believe that this is my eternal shame forgetting this one. Bloody Susan, the Doctor's granddaughter, would have been an obvious choice to then pick up the reins and follow on as the Doctor.
She just
But-
disappeared. Nobody knows what happened to her. Oh,
Yeah,
Jenny.
exactly. But
And
it's
Jenny.
there to be used.
Yeah, you forgot to mention Jenny.
Yeah,
No, he
anything
said
like
Jenny.
that could have been.
Oh.
Definitely, they could have
Pay
found
attention.
some way of doing it.
Yeah, any number of ways of doing it elegantly, narratively would make sense without throwing away the entire history of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Chimble is a fuckwit. I'm sorry I used
Eh.
the F word there, but
And if you'd listen to some of the Big Finish, you technically do know what happened to Susan.
no, la la la, not listening to you. No,
River Song Philosophy. Spoilers.
I only use it on screen as canon whenever I'm writing, even though I'm writing non-canon stuff myself. I only ever use on screen as canon. So Big Finish, YouTube cartoons. No, that's not what I'm using. So I know nothing about Susan after 1964.
Yes, if you just go with canon, then Susan was left on Earth after the Dalek invasion, and you have to figure out what happened to her then.
Hmm.
Even though I've done some of the Big Finish, and I kind of know what they say happened.
Yeah, exactly.
And actually, it was made good sense with that one. But
Yeah, I'm sure it's been done well, but I just try not to. When I'm trying to write stuff, I try not to let myself be hamstrung by the massive weight of the extended continuity, and I just concentrate on what most normal people have seen, which is what's on the TV. And that way, you get the level of creative freedom that I think Chimble felt he didn't have, and yet you can do it without crapping on the entire continuity that people actually care about, what people have seen on screen.
Yeah, there's always better ways of doing things. They just seem to really take the easy way out, or the like.
Uh-huh.
This is how the way out. Especially since BBC is like a public broadcaster, and I'm sure that your current government's not overly fond of public broadcasts. They're probably trying to kill the BBC on purpose.
I think you're right.
Like, I don't think, I mean, I like the idea of the public broadcast, but I know whenever we've got a more conservative government in power, they just defund. And it's unfortunate because there's some really good stuff that comes out of our public broadcast here as well. But
I see, we kind of have more of a true public broadcast because, well, they have to sit there and do their telethon things twice a year to raise money to stay on the air. So it comes straight from people watching them.
Yeah.
And Doctor Who used to be a big staple of that with the classic episodes.
But again, I do think there's like enough of enough value in having at least one public broadcast that, you know, it behooves us to spend at least some of our tax dollars on that. I mean, I'd just as soon see tax dollars going towards, you know, paying a few people's salaries to be creative rather than like sending more people overseas to kill other people or whatever. Although I know Canada is not like hugely into that, but it just seems like what's worth spending money on. And I always think the arts are worth spending money on. So
I know some people have disagreed with me, but I do agree with you that that I think there has been a perfect storm. I've already predicted I think the BBC will be here in a year's time. In fact, given when I first made the prediction, I'm going back to 11 months' time now. I think the BBC will be gone. And I think it's right. I don't think the Conservative governments have ever been a fan of the BBC. Plus, we have got a bunch of virtue signalling, middle-class, moneyed SJWs in charge of the BBC. And so you've got that making it vastly unpopular with a government that wants to kill it. It's the perfect storm to actually kill the BBC. And it is a tragedy. It has been a really useful thing for so many years, a beneficial, educational in the proper sense, not in the messaging your pants off you sense.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, in a sense, it's perfect for those conservative governments that want to get rid of public broadcast to let the, you know, these uber liberal, I mean, and I'm a fairly liberal person myself, but I think there's good ways of conveying these messages without conveying these messages, right?
Exactly.
Like whenever I wrote my gardening books, I like organic gardening. I didn't tell people this book is about organic gardening. I just told people this is how you do some gardening. And the methods I suggested were organic methods. So it wasn't like hit you over the head with a hammer. It was like subtle and just sort of, it was just in there.
Yeah, not on the nose.
Yeah, no. You know, it wasn't like, you know, rubbing people's faces in it, like, believe this, you know. I just suggested some stuff that they could do that it just happened that those things were organic methods, right? Like, obviously, you can still go to your local garden center and buy all the glyphosate and whatever else you want, but
here's another way of doing it. Yeah, but not saying.
Yeah, here's another way of doing it.
Otherwise,
right?
you're evil. No.
Yeah. So.
Just for context, when you said that whole thing about the conservative defunding thing, this guy right here, I'm that guy. And we'll let you know I'm that guy. I'm the guy who fully supports completely defunding public broadcast station, NPR, whatever the hell we're funding, news radio. Sorry, go. Needs to be gone. We shouldn't be paying for it. That's me.
See, and I'd rather be paying for that than a lot of other things they spend government money on. Like, I mean, it's our money. And I mean, I'm happy. Like, I like education to be well funded. I like our healthcare system to be well funded, right? But I also think that the arts industry hires loads and loads and loads of people. And I mean, and it has some value, just like creativity in general has value.
Well, see, my whole problem with government funding television and stuff, you need to have it more fair and balanced instead of run by one group or another pushing things. That's where it gets into the problems.
Nowadays, it's kind of an outdated thing now. You don't need government funding for public broadcast, for PBS. You really don't anymore. There's so many ways to go out there, and then there's so much more competition now than there ever was back then. I understood why Mr. Rogers went to Congress to promote the idea of funding, and at the time, it was probably a good idea. That time has since come and gone. Unfortunately, one of the problems you have in American politics, since I follow politics quite a lot in America, is once a program is created, It is a fucking nightmare to get that program defunded completely. Because there's somebody who's got that's somebody's pet project. It's somebody on one of these committees kind of baby. It's something they feel is something that they can get with their voters, where they're based, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But once the program is created, it's very, very difficult for it to, one, get rid of it, two, to even alter it in some way, shape, or form. I'll give you one example. I'll just use Social Security as an example. Social Security started out in the 40s. It completely is now morphed into something it was never necessarily intended to be. And it was never actually meant to be a retirement, like your end-all be-all retirement plan. That was never the intention for it. Unfortunately, it's what it morphed into from 80 years, 70, 80 years. But once you get a program in, the idea of Congress is their fucking great idea is, oh, it doesn't work, we just need to put more money in it.
Well, I just have absolutely no faith in Doctor Who getting better from here on out.
No, I think that's what I was saying earlier as well. I don't think
No faith.
Don't think the management will have changed direction. So no, without Chimbal, it makes no difference. No one with talent really wants to get near it because I think they feel it'll be tainted. They'll be tainted by it, and the people who are above Chimbal, who are still there, by the way, have the same messaging, political agenda that they had to begin with. So it's not going to change.
They only help.
I'm sorry, I want to say something real fast. Yvette, check your email. I sent you something.
The only help that Doctor Who could possibly have is if the BBC crumbles, and it's handed out to somebody else to do that is not so nut-cased in the head pushing. Then it may have a chance.
I tend to agree. I'm falling to that idea as well.
So, question for you. I'm not familiar with. I mean, I'm familiar with the BBC with the TV license thing in the UK. I'm familiar with it. I don't know if it's an annual thing, a monthly thing. My question though is, what channels are you all paying for? I mean, is it just? I mean, is it BBC 1, 2, and 3?
First of all, I'm not paying for anything. I haven't paid the license fee since about 2012, 2013, 14, something like that. So I also don't own a TV. It was about the time when I stopped owning a TV, I stopped paying for the license fee because you don't have to, unless you're watching. In fact, the only thing you're supposed to pay it for is for watching BBC, and that's it. So if you're not watching BBC, they actually, I think it's a little nebulous. Any terrestrial TV, and you get with an aerial, they kind of extended to that. But I think you can get away with just not watching the BBC. But as it turns out, I don't watch any UK broadcast TV anymore. All the stuff I watch is via the internet or any other source. It tends to be more international, or is YouTube based, or any of these things. And if I get my news, I tend to get it direct from Reuters or the Associated Press these days. I don't try and get them from newspapers, for God's sake.
Associated Press basically picks up everybody else's news. They don't break the news; they just copy and paste. So
and Reuters do go and get stuff as well. Yeah. The thing about those two, the market forces, when you get to Reuters, is that they have a vested interest into trying not to color their news as much as possible because they're selling it to everyone. So they can't really skew it left, right too much because then half their market's being knocked off. So you still have to be dubious because they're only submitted by individuals. People have biases, but at least you're not dealing with the heavy editorial bias that you have in most mainstream media outlets. In the commercial sense, in this country, I'd say, and America, probably Canada as well, I imagine.
So do you guys think that the BBC is, if the licensing thing and everything is really as bad? And so, do you think the BBC is going to file bankruptcy? I don't know how that works in Britain. Just curious.
No. I mean, they're definitely hemorrhaging money. They are losing their income hand over fist, which is why I think it won't last more than a year. I think within the year it'll be gone.
All right. Anyway, I need to head out. I have a bunch of stuff I want to get done on my day off, but it was nice to come on. Thanks for having me, Deej. Nice to meet you, Dr. Alex. Nice to see everybody else again.
Have a good one, Dandy.
Yeah, have a good chat, everybody. Bye.
Later.
And actually, I've got to go too because she's reminding me I've got a ton of chores to do as well, which that's why I led in with all my chores I've got away from. No, got to go back to them. So sorry.
Always a pleasure having you up, Dr. Alex.
Thank you. Always a pleasure to be here.
Have fun,
Remember,
Dr.
folks,
Alex.
go check out Dr. Alex's channel. And Joseph says in Slovakia, if you have electricity, you have to pay for public broadcasters.
Oh, that must be one of the things they have tied in. Well, this morning, most of my morning was rearranging the den. I did it a couple days ago, and abso-fucking-lutely hated the way it looked. I was just too damn tired to mess with it again. But
You need to put something up there to filter out that light a little bit.
I know, I do.
Where at?
No, unfortunately, fortunately, I'm gonna have to have the entire lighting. I'm gonna have to have the whole lighting system taken out. I can't get a dome to cover it up properly because the dome's all fucked up.
You have a handkerchief. Take 4 tacks, put a handkerchief over it.
Actually, I don't have a handkerchief, but I can find something.
I thought you did.
No, I don't have a handkerchief, but I could definitely find one. I could find something close enough.
Yeah, just make sure it's like a low draping so the bolt doesn't touch the cloth. It'll dim the light down, so it works.
Not a bad idea. I'll have to keep that in mind.
Hey, the women don't find you handsome. At least they'll find you handy.
Yeah, but I don't think he wants to use duct tape.
Oh.
Well, no.
Hey, it's magic. It's the greatest thing in the world.
Though this would be fun if this was the Possum Lodge. That was the best show to ever come out of Canada.
I know.
Best thing to come out of
Yes.
Canada was William Shatner.
I said show. I didn't say person.
I know. I mean, we've gotten other great things out of Canada.
Some things I wish we could send back.
I'm a man, but I can change. If I have to, I guess.
I'd love to send Justin Bieber back to Canada.
Not yet, buddy.
And I'd love to send Celine Dion back to Canada.
So was a lot of Canadians.
I like Celine Dion.
They want to send her back home so they can ship her off in the middle of the ocean.
I thought she was doing shit in Vegas now.
Probably.
Vegas is open again?
They have been.
Oh. Shows how much I pay attention. Reno's closer to Vegas, so I know part of Reno's open.
Right, like city, gonna set my soul on fire.
You know, it was about 10 years ago, I decided to do something very stupid on my birthday. I went to Las Vegas.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, I got a hotel room off the strip, which means I had to walk several blocks to get the main strip to catch a bus or a cab to go downtown. Stupid me. Of course, I found a lot of shit to do. There's a lot of free stuff to do in Vegas you don't have to pay. But I realized what a heat stroke could actually happen because I stepped out of the casino and I almost fainted.
Yeah, because it was probably hot as hell and you just walked out of a very nice AC place.
Yes, drinking a lot of free mixed drinks.
Yeah.
Cup and
That'll fucking do it.
Type. Yeah, you give the server a $5 chip. They'll bring back the same drink again a couple minutes later. Always tip your server. They will give you free drinks.
Random Menace said, stop bad-mouthing Celine Dion. She's a treasure. But 47 Yorktown said, we won't take them back. So let's send them to Slovakia and make Joseph have to deal with them. It's a combo package.
They won a medal.
Yeah, they did win a medal.
They did.
Yeah, they beat the U.S. 1-0. It's on the news right now.
I said Slovakia, not Canada.
Yeah, not Canada. We're talking about Slovakia.
Slovakia won a medal. We are very proud of the Slovakians.
Wait, that's a real country?
Yes.
Well, you think he's just from the future?
Yeah, I thought it was a featured country that was Took over the empire.
It's right next to Karoga, I'm sure.
Uh,
Just south of Turkestan.
Oh, that explains the smell. I agree, just another red shirt.
Hey, Slovakia has 3 medals.
Yeah,
Good for them.
basically, never go to Las Vegas in mid-August. Never. Unless you live there, but do not go to Vegas in mid-August.
But I was more or less talking about the gold medal.
I don't even know the medal count.
64 US, 62 China, 50 Russia, 35 Great Britain, 33 Japan, 33 Australia.
Aw, and 0 for North Korea.
Let's go down to saves. Canada's gotten 14, 3 golds, 4 silver, 7 bronze. New Zealand, 4 gold, 3 silver, 4 bronze.
Oh, Puerto Rico got the first medal.
Cuba, 2 gold, 3 silver, 3 bronze. Turkey got a gold. Slovenia got 2 gold. Slovakia, 1 gold, 2 silver. Way to go, buddy. Qatar just got a medal for high jump. I just saw that on the news.
Still can't believe skateboarding and wall climbing are Olympic events.
And surfing.
And,
Don't forget surfing.
hey, the Olympics have to update now and again.
Skateboarding?
Look, man, it's been in the exports for a long time, you know. I don't know. Puerto Rico's got a gold.
Export started with skateboarding, then they added BMXs. They had their own competition.
Shit. Got a lot of countries here that haven't won a damn thing.
Bolivia.
No medals for Vietnam. I didn't even know they were there.
No medals for North Korea.
Oh, gee. I'm so sad
Summer
for
in
them.
Vegas. Summer in Vegas is like riding a bicycle. Except the bicycle's on fire, and you're on fire, and everything on fire, and you're in hell.
Damn.
Just another
Iceland
red
has
shirt.
no medals.
Well, it's not the Winter Olympics, damn it.
Oh, fair enough.
Iceland
Wait
is
till
the
the
green.
Olympics.
Greenland is ice. Get it
Yeah,
right.
but they still have more snow than summer. So go to Iceland. It's still a little chilly up there.
And no,
You know it's
Greenland is not that big. It's just drawn that way on the maps.
Yeah, from what I understand, we won all the shooting competitions.
Which Dion 47? Because we could say Joseph is the Wanderer.
Does that
Dion
surprise you,
Belmont?
MP Geek? Americans won shooting contest. Does that surprise you? American and the guns. Does that surprise you?
No, actually, it would be it'd rather be disappointing if we lost.
You know, I don't understand about the shooting competition. How come none of these guys are Marines or Army? Come on, these are the best of the best of the best. Why aren't they competing?
We don't exactly shoot that way.
I had to ask.
But we
Man.
should-
I had to ask. I had to ask
You're talking
from
about
Army.
No, you're talking about competition style shooting, though. This is different. Skeet shooting is not something we did on a regular basis. In
Yeah,
fact,
but
we never did.
Marines and the Army are the best of the best of the best when it comes to sharpshooting and shooting. So, like, why aren't vets competing in this?
They have their own. Well, maybe you do have some, but more often than not, it's because we have our own competitions in the military. There are actually special decorations and awards you can get for competing in competing in competitions in there. Like we have our own, like the Air Force, they have their own marathon. We have our own shooting competitions.
That's funny, dude.
And anyway, we're supposed to boycott next year's Winter Olympics.
Why?
Oh, we are?
It's in China.
Air Force.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute, we're going back to China again.
Yeah, it's in China next year, so we should not even be there because of all the shit that China does.
Are they going to do a voiceover singing opening ceremony singer again?
Who knows? Chief Cook's here.
Hey.
That's for horses.
I was talking about the Air Force.
No?
Oh.
Nah, not talking about airmen. Just about jawheads.
Mm-hmm. What y'all talking about tonight? What y'all guys talking about?
Earlier we were talking about the BBC, Doctor Who and such, because we had Dr. Alex up here. And now it's just kind of more random stuff. And
hey, it's just another manic Monday. Oh.
Yeah.
I wish.
Yeah, I just heard about the. I just
What,
heard
Chef?
about the news.
Which news?
Okay. I just heard the news about Kirkman getting 6. I know. I just heard it yesterday. At the last minute. I'm not surprised about him getting 6 more years. They ain't got nobody to replace him. I just heard about that. So.
Yeah, he said there's going to be more TNG style shows coming in the future. I kind of read a little bit about that myself.
Yeah, I just heard the rumor that they trying to make Worf's series
Yeah.
comedy.
Yeah, a comedy. I'm like, what the fuck? Worf is not a comedy.
If Michael Dorn said yes, I swear to God, it's truly going to be insane.
No, he said younger
I cannot
Worf.
see him
So
saying yes.
he said a younger Worf, so more likely not Michael. But a comedy about Worf? No.
Yeah. No.
And if he drinks prune juice as a younger Worf, show's over.
Yep. That's it. The whole thing. But like I was on Midnight Edge last night. I told the same thing. I said, look, I'm not surprised by this because, like I said, who's gonna replace Kurtman? Who they gonna find the 10th man?
Kathleen Kennedy.
They're not gonna call Ronnie D. Moore or Ira or Brian Biggs or even Rick Berman. Guys, nobody gonna come up and say, "Oh, guys, I do it." Even Brian Stiller. They ain't got nobody to replace it. That's the thing about all this. They ain't listening to anybody before this stuff happened. They said they got help, but they ain't listen. And I can't see Jonathan Flake taking over.
I got to mute. I got to make some coffee. Coffee pot's loud.
That's it, and all the movie sucks. I just went to the movie yesterday. What's that movie I saw yesterday? Jungle Cruise. I saw that with The Rock. I said, well, I'm getting bored. I'm going to see this. It's a movie, which was stupid.
I'm waiting for Friday.
I saw the Green.
Wait, you didn't like the dad jokes?
You talking to me?
Yeah, you did not like the dumb dad jokes at the opening. I thought that was funny as shit.
You mean the Rock movie? It's for kids. That's something you take little kids out and put. I think they got. Do they have some kind of new attraction they got at Disney World or something?
No, it's based off the ride.
It looks like one of those stupid attractions.
Chef Cook, if you ever been on the ride Jungle Cruise itself at Disneyland
Yeah.
20 years ago before they changed it, that's the Jungle Cruise that he's giving to the tourists. That's actually the ride itself. That's what the ride is like. So they incorporated the ride into the actual movie. And I love those little dumb dad jokes. It was funny as shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe that's why you were confused because you never actually been on the ride.
Somebody be like, what is? Oh. Okay, why?
Hello, Positive.
Is I know I'm late. I haven't been on. I haven't been listening to all several streams. But what is this? Is the story about Scott Johansson suing Disney because they put the show on stream? Does she know that by now? You mean tell me they didn't know that? They didn't tell her that?
Chief, the whole thing about that was it was Chief. The whole thing was it was supposed to be in the contract that they wouldn't release it on the streaming service until after it'd been out in theaters.
Oh, I know that. Okay.
And she supposedly was supposed to get a percentage. She was supposed to get a percentage of ticket sales when it's released, and since it went straight to on demand, a lot of money got lost on all parties.
Yeah, because nobody watching it. I went to it and I went to see it. I didn't want to pay the $29, so I said it was $8. My movie theater, it was $8, so I went and ate, and it was like what, 5 people in there, and it wasn't anything special about it. No cameos, no anybody, anything like that. It was just boring movie. Too much talking. Like everybody said, well, just too much damn talking. And so you can sue that for that. Everybody, they knew that she can't for no movie. They knew that. I know she kind of begged them. It's a little late, but they've done it 5 years ago, 8 years ago. But they knew that she can't carry no damn ass movie. And she want to turn around and sue them. That's so Disney screwed everybody up again. So.
Hello, Captain Trek. Hello, Mark Rell.
Captain Trek, you here?
He's in the chat. Yeah. I'm looking forward. I want to see what they do with the Suicide Squad this Friday. Want to see
hey, you was talking about competition. You was talking about competition in the military. Yeah, every branch has that. Every branch has some kind of competition inside their own ship. We got officers competing against non-commissioned officers and stuff like that. So that's random. That's just see who's the best of the best. Even the CEO compete with the chief of the boat. So that's all branches do that crap. Is that Bird still playing Call of Duty again?
Yes, he got bored with our conversations earlier, so he went to play.
There's only so much Doctor Who I can take.
I want to challenge him, but my download is really shitty and slow. I'm at 43, basically with 43 gigs of 100. Otherwise, I'd be kicking Bird's ass.
And the more things you do while that's downloading, the slower it gets.
Yeah, I know. That's why I only have this tab and my Twitter open.
Well, I'm not, but what's wrong with Doctor Who now? What's new with him or her or whoever? What do you got to know? Somebody new person coming up or what?
Real quick rundown so we don't bore Bird half to death was last week I made a video that Chinball and Whitaker are officially out. And now we can move along to a different conversation because it bores Bird so much that he starts talking like some dreamer named Maria.
Moving right along.
like motion picture movie or something.
What movie?
So,
Just waiting for Suicide Squad this Friday. I'm gonna see if it's better than the first one that came out.
Critics
Or
are
if it's
loving
worse.
it. Critics are loving it. I have read zero negative reviews about the new Suicide Squad, except for it's not my cut. It's not the original cut. I'm like, what the fuck?
See, that scares me when the critics love it.
Yep. I don't trust the critics.
Yeah, some of the early YouTubers got some advanced copies of it, and they got a chance to review it, and they're complaining about it's not the original cut, it's not the original director's script, it's not his vision. That's the only thing that they're complaining about. But all the critics are saying, "I love it. It's a great side story.
And how would a bunch of YouTubers that got an early release know if it was the original cut or not?
The director says something.
And they would know that many details.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it.
That's why I'm listening to the critics on this one. I'm like, okay, it may be worth actually paying to go to the theater and see this.
I'm not listening to anyone. I'm going to make my own mind up by watching it.
Yeah, so will I. But I'm like, it's getting all these good reviews. I do want to see it originally. It was going to be one of my first choices to see in the theaters. I'm like, okay, maybe I will actually pay the $17 for the IMAX 5 blocks away.
Nah.
Hey, the IMAX here is awesome, man. You got comfort seats, you got ultra high surround sound, you got a huge screen, you got
I don't know, man.
events.
$17 though to go see Suicide Squad 2. I just.
I already have HBO Max. I ain't going to go to a theater for it.
Oh, I got HBO Max.
I don't have HBO Max, but I can easily get it to watch on my computer. But I might get the theater experience for this because everybody's saying it's really the UK reviews are saying they underrated it as a 15 when it should be an 18, which is basically PG-13 to R. Yeah, it's supposed to be so bloody, so much curse words. Yeah, I'm like, I got to see this.
The only movies I want to see in theater is the Ghostbusters or Spider-Man. That's it.
I'd rather see Spider-Man in the theaters.
Ghostbusters,
I heard
Top
a lot
Gun,
of bad stuff about that.
Spider-Man. Yeah, that'd be about it.
No, I'd rather sit back in my own place and smoke a nice fat joint and watch Ghostbusters at my own leisure, like I do original ones, and watch Spider-Man in the theaters for me.
You know, this one theater I used to go to had a classic movie night, and they would do them on Wednesdays and Sundays. They bring up movies from the old day, and man, I tried the one they had actually Goonies. They were gonna have it up, and I wanted to go see Goonies in theater. And go figure, I got sick that day.
Oh,
I was pissed. Man. I was really looking forward to the idea of seeing Goonies in the theater, big screen.
Yep. You know what? My theater, they gonna play all the first 3 Star Trek movies. Not one, but 2, 3. I think 2, 3, and 4.
Well, 2, 3, and 4 are basically a trilogy in themselves.
Look, I missed when I was a kid when Star Trek 2 came out. I missed that so bad. I couldn't get nobody to take me. My mom wouldn't go, and but I was a kid. You know, it was like PG-13, and I was so mad. I know there's 2 different kind of versions of it. I finally seen the original version of it, but I really wish they did play it last year, about 2 years ago. But they cut some scenes out. Because I know that. I said, this is not it. That's the original version.
why would they edit it?
Yeah, they edit.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, well, I got to see Blazing Saddles in the theater, so I'm happy.
You son of a bitch.
Up yours.
they cut the scene. Okay, I know what scene. They cut the scene with Preston, Kirk Meek Preston. They cut the scene where Sulu is talking. They cut one scene where Kirk and David is on TV. But I remember going back and I talked to the guy. I said, look, this is not the original thing. He said, don't blame us. That's what they gave us. But yet they showed the original 3-hour motion picture with no cuts. But they cut the recon.
And
Oof.
Yeah, it's coming. They're gonna show it. I think in this month.
Damn. If this guy Bob Pike really on Midnight's Edge sent this to Viacom, ooh, yeah, that's definitely sentiments a lot of feelings. I mean, is CBS just determined to piss off every original gangster Star Trek fan? I mean, if my grandmother was alive to have seen what they have turned Star Trek into, I know exactly what she would have said. I know how my grandmother would have acted. She would have been like, who's this fucker, Alex Kurtzman? He's the guy wearing okay, where do I find his ass? Because I'm going to go choke him.
Well,
that is how my grandmother would talk.
That's your mother, Jean. I mean, if Jean was here, I swear to God, he would have a heart attack, a real heart attack. If he had known this shit was going on, head would chop off. And that's the sad thing about it. And the sad thing, I'm sorry, the real sad thing about it is his son is not thinking about it. Nobody, no Star Trek fan not saying anything about this crap. It just went along. So I remember when LeVar Burton and Michael Dorn talk bad about Enterprise, left and right, everybody talk about bad about Enterprise, and then all of a sudden when this shit pops up, they all silent now. What happened? Nobody got no backbone no more. I mean, you couldn't go to the convention. Nobody can say nothing.
Sorry, Chef Cook. Professor Random Medicine saying I'm getting about 30% of the chef is what the chef is saying. I agree because you're coming in and out with a maybe possibly bad connection.
Oh, a second. Yeah, hold on a second.
I have no clue what we're talking about, Rock Solid. No clue at all.
Sorry about that.
I just found a movie that's coming out next year that I know a lie you'll go see.
Uh-oh.
Sesame Street.
Not a Sesame Street movie.
Yep.
Okay, I should say this again. Not another Sesame Street movie.
They've been kicked out of the neighborhood.
Can you hear me now? That's better?
That's better.
Yes.
Okay. You were saying about your mother, the real person who's going to turn over is Gene. If Gene was here, he would really have a heart attack. If this shit would happen. And I was saying the sad thing about all this, that his son is not doing anything about it. Nope. Anything about it. Not saying anything about it. I remember when Enterprise came out, LeVar Burton and Michael Dorn and several people talk bad about Enterprise left and right. They talk bad in the conventions and stuff like that. But when this shit came out, nobody wasn't saying anything. They went quiet. When the girl came out,
Gene wouldn't have said shit because Discovery is the crap that he would have pushed for.
I disagree. I don't think Gene Roddenberry would have gone for this.
No, he wouldn't.
This is not, and I know I've heard a lot of backstory about Gene. He was, he was sexist. He was a fucking guy from the 30s, 40s, and plus. Okay, He was a man of his
Yeah.
era. Fucking
But he
deal with it.
was also one of those really liberal types. If you watch the first season of TNG, that's the kind of shit that he wanted. It wasn't until they got rid of him that the show became better.
Yeah, but still, he will not sit here and create a show like Discovery like that. How it is, no. Y'all remember the pilot? I'm not, you know, I want to say about having a woman like this, but no, Michael Burton, and no offense, this gay agenda thing like that. He would say something about this. No way, especially looking at the ship as well. Everybody knows the Enterprise, the flagship of Star Trek. Okay, everybody. Nobody gonna be. You're not gonna sit here and say have the ship bigger in the Enterprise and Enterprise. There's no way. From the uniforms or nothing.
I need to take off.
I'm
no.
very
See you, Elihu.
See you, Elihu.
Later, guys.
Gene Roddenberry would have loved this shit that they're putting out now.
I agree with that. No, I disagree.
I'm sorry. Gene Roddenberry was as SJW as they come. Absolutely. The only difference he would have made, is it would have made money. That's the only reason he'd be upset over it. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else, he's fine with.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, his Star Trek was boring.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I
The
agree.
Cage was boring.
Yeah, the motion picture was boring. I agree. You know, I remember watching the motion picture at drive-through. It was drive-through, and we didn't know it was 3 hours long. And by the time we left, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and it was like 3 hours long, and had people falling asleep. And
I mean, I liked what he inspired, but no, he wasn't this all great almighty.
Like I said, just watch the first season of TNG and you see exactly what Gene wanted, and it was the worst season of TNG.
I do know this. When he started creating the TNG, he really want to step back and say, what idea y'all guys had? Because this was not Gene's idea to come back anyway. It was Paramount's idea. Paramount went to him and said, look, let's create a new series. And we need your help with your input and everything. And first thing he said, well, what's your idea? What you guys got? So nobody had no ideas. So he started calling the old people, the old people again and come back. So what's her name? That lady name? Montana and all that people, and Gene, the other guy, Gene, all that stuff. They come back and then you had it. But I remember you said he had no idea. He had no plan for it. He had no clue. They were the idea, and you just go put my stamp on it, and that was it.
I said one time.
And hold on. I have to take exception with Rock Solid's comment here that season 1 of TNG was written with the intent that it would make all TOS non-canon. Then why did they reference TOS stuff so heavily in the first season? Starting with having
wait a minute.
Mentioned like very early on.
Wait a minute. Regine did say if I'm gonna do that, I must have complete.
You had so many references in episodes of stuff that went on in TOS.
I know. He was pissed off what happened in the movies, and he wanted nothing to do with the movies. That's why it was 100 years from all that, and that's why he couldn't get nobody. He didn't want nobody on the pilot anyway. He didn't want McCoy there. That was their idea. He wanted nothing.
But I'm talking.
From
they
Kirk
referenced
or anybody else for that. I know that part.
They had an entire episode of
you
that.
may be a little bit right on that.
Yeah, they did.
Because remember a lot of writers were trying to combine some old stuff, and he said no.
No, Gene was in charge of everything going in the first season.
Chekhov.
First season, Gene was in charge.
And we finally got Sulu, but Sulu was in Voyager. And the same
Gene
thing with
was in
DX.
charge of everything in
Don't say
fucking
anything
We're not
about
first
talking
season
season.
about Voyager.
So
We're not talking
you might be
about
right.
Voyager.
But
You might want to let
Roddenberry was
Deej
formed
talk on his own damn channel.
Gene was in charge of everything in the fucking first season of TNG.
You guys hear me? Uh-oh.
Actually, one of the things I kind of disagree with is I don't think Cap. I don't think Gene was necessarily an SJW. I think he fell under the more classical liberal, like maybe a JFK, Robert FK kind of concept. He originally, I mean, I did the research that he modeled the idea of the Federation off the idea of the UN. And even some of the Federation's charters and stuff that they did, he was using the UN as a bit of a reference. And by the way, to the person who mentioned Thomas Ponce, no, actually, he didn't hate the military. He served in the military. He was a pilot, and he used some of that to inspire Star Trek. I like I said, I don't think he was an SJW. I don't think he would like this forced stuff. He was a classical liberal who understood how to talk about sensitive subjects and put them in a way that made the content available, watchable, could get past the censors back. You got to remember, this fucker had to deal with censors that they don't even have. Could you imagine what he could have been able to do if the censors were as liberal as they are now, for lack of a better term?
All right,
I mean,
just by adding to Rock Solid's comment here, also, first season, what did you have on TNG? You had dudes wearing skirts.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You had women in the tightest outfits they could possibly fit them in.
Now remember, Troy didn't.
What about that one planet?
Which one? The one where they made love at the drop of a hat?
Any hat. Yes.
Okay, now I'm scared that I actually knew what you were talking about just by that reference of what about that planet? That's scary. No, I think what Gene Roddenberry was trying to see, here's the thing. This is what really I've pissed a lot of people off for saying this. Believe it or not, I don't look at Star Trek as a progressive. I know a lot of people say it's progressive. And yes, there are a lot of areas where, by all accounts, you would call that progressive, but I don't call it current progressiveness. In fact, if you really sit down and look at Star Trek, it's more conservative than it is progressive. And trust me, I've gotten a lot of hate for saying that, but I'm like, I pointed out different things, that conservative values are actually very much present in Star Trek. Sovereignty of borders, respect for the city or state, the local authority. The Prime Directive is actually, if you think about it, the Prime Directive is, General Order 1. It is, by all accounts, a severely conservative standpoint, even by conservative standards, because non-interference, no matter what. I mean, that's the whole point of it. That's not a progressive view. That's a very, very extreme conservative point of view. That's an isolation. That's almost an isolationist point of view. It's like everybody we have in our group is good. Anybody not part of our group, you're fucked. I'm just trying to point that out there. I don't think Gene Roddenberry was a conservative by any stretch of the imagination. Was he probably a sexist at that time in life? Probably. Most men probably were. By their standards, they didn't see themselves as sexist. They just saw it as the way of life. You gotta remember, we have to remember that generations, we change, we evolve. What was seen normal then, we see now, okay, is different. It's like, okay, but you have to remember the time and the place. This is how these people were raised. This was normal to them. Whereas in my family, for example, you think that in my family, I'll tell you one thing. You may say there was no man of the house. My family was run by matriarchs. That's why Captain Trek hears me. Captain Trek, who's in charge of my house?
Over the important thing, your wife.
Exactly. Because I grew up in a matriarch system where when it came to the house, the wife, the mom, the grandma, she made all the important decisions. And if you wanted to change anything, you had to get the woman's permission. And if she said no, that was the fucking end of it. That's how I grew up.
Yvette, he was on my stream earlier this morning, I think, for a little bit, and then
he was here earlier, and he went to go get his shot, so he's still gone from that.
Oh shit, he has to get the COVID today, right?
Oh wow.
Well, we try not to say the name on the stream.
Dude.
We all know what we're meaning.
And why try to hide something that we all know?
Yeah, but YouTube and their fucking things like to suppress stuff like that.
So you, who said he was born with your mom? Your mom called us. Who was that? Who said that? Who was that?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
Hello? Okay.
Chafe, we didn't catch that.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Hear me now? Can you guys hear me?
Well, we hear you. We hear you.
Okay.
We just don't know what you were
I was
referencing.
saying, who said? You said your mom was calling all the shots?
Oh, in my family, yes. In my family, when it comes to the house, the woman is in charge. That's how I grew up. That's how I was raised. Now, yes, do I do things around the house? Of course I do. Do we co-parent? Of course we do. But when it comes to who's in charge of the house, this is, I may have my name on the house, but my wife's in charge. That's just the end all be all. At my mother's house, if I'm at my mother's house, my mother's in charge. If my grandmother was still alive and I was at her place, she would be in charge. And pretty much any family member I go to where I go into their house of the generations I've been a family of, you go into the house, you listen to the woman of the house. And you don't argue with her, because then you incur the wrath of the man of the house.
Well, mine was different. My dad was head of the house, and he called all the shots. And you run the iron fence. He was a Navy man, second generation Navy, and he runs the show. He run that thing, and that's how you head, and that's how you pass it down, and that's how I'm with myself. Because one thing my mom learned the hard way, unfortunately when he passed, he got remarried. Because my mom did not want to follow all the rules, especially when you're a military wife. Because everybody knows you're military. Yeah, well, everybody knows you're in the military. You go where they tell you to go. And my dad, my dad graduated from boot camp, and he really from Virginia, and he was on transfer. We was going to transfer to Norfolk, Virginia, where the Navy base. That's where they signed to. So told mom and dad, hey, mom, hey, we're going to Virginia. Pack your shit. We about to hit the road. And mom said, no, we staying here. And I said, no, you go where I go. You're a Navy wife now. And she didn't have it. She didn't like it. And she gave us a choice. You go with me or stay here. And she chose to stay here. 18 years later, he filed for divorce, and 8 years he got remarried, and he passed. And we had to set it out. You build everything up. You left 8 years in the Navy, 35 years in police department, saved up money, got a stock, real estate, and all that stuff. You got a big ass house in the middle of the cold, big house. And when he passed away last year, I took my mom to this house. I said, look, that could be in your house. You got like a itch. And he had the biggest house in the cold.
That was very disrespectful, the way you talked to your mother. Very disrespectful.
Yeah, not disrespectful. I'm telling you.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's how he is. He was tough. He was rough. But he was.
An asshole, obviously.
He was raised man with head house.
Well, he was raised as an idiot.
My dad tried to be the man of my house and made it very big mistake. When I say you don't cross the woman of the house, when my father came to come stay with me, multiple times, mind you, there was a rule he did not seem to understand. He was in my house, which meant my wife made the rules, and she told him what she did not want him to do. He did not listen. And then he decided to get lippy with her. And he did that in front of me. And I did what any husband should do. I took her side over my father's. Because he had no business talking shit to my wife in our house. Or telling us how to run our house. Suggestions are one thing. Advice is one thing. For example, my daughter, who Captain Trek and many of you know, has a baby, Frederick. I have made it very clear to my daughter when she talks to me, I said, she goes, "You're not like certain people, Dad." He goes, "Some of my friends are trying to tell me what to do. You're only giving advice and you're telling me about the past and things you experienced, but you're not telling me what to do. You're always suggesting." I said, "Trisha, when you turned 18, I went away from being your person to give you the rules, telling you what to do, to I became an advise and consent. Or advise, obviously not consent, because if she wants to do something, I don't have any control over it." And I told her, I said, I had to prepare myself for that. There's a point when I had to realize, you're at a point now, I have to change my role as your father. I can't be the enforcer. I can't tell her. I don't tell her what to do with her baby. I simply, except for one time, I did mention, don't ever leave the room with him on his stomach like that.
And that was a safety thing.
Yes, it was. And I didn't yell at her or anything. It's just he was on his belly. She went into the bathroom, which was right next to his room, and I saw him there. And I just let him stay on his belly, and then I just sat with him. And then I just told my daughter, I said, "Honey, in the future, if you can't see him, don't ever just leave him on his belly at this age." I said, "It's just safety." And she goes, "Oh shit, Dad, you're right." But that's the thing. I mean, that's how I am now. Whereas my father tried to come in and tell us how to live our lives and tell us how to raise our kids. And I finally at one point told my dad, I was like, "I have way more fucking experience raising kids than you do." And he goes, "How do you figure?" I was like, "Well, let's see. You kicked me. Let's see. I left at 17. I was only ever in your care for about half my life because I was also with my mother because they were divorced. I'm like, I have 3 children. 2 of them I have consistently had in my home the entire time. And I'm like, I'm doing better." And by the way, when your children come up to you and say, "When's Grandpa leaving?" That should tell that really puts a big sign up right there. That's the huge red flag. When the kids are like, that's when you're like, okay.
I'm going to give you something completely unrelated to think about.
Cool.
If Al Franken and Jill Stein ran together as president and vice president, would you be voting for a Frankenstein?
Where the hell did you come up with Al Franken from the Democrats and Jill Stein from the Green Party and make that comparison?
It's
that's
just
good.
just
Oh, God,
things that
Al
make you go
Franklin.
Just things that make you go
What are you going to sing it now?
No, I think Jill Stein's run for president now. The last 3 times on the Green Party. Johnson ran, I think, twice on the Libertarian Party. Politically wise, I feel like. See, here's the thing.
I was just trying to crack a joke to lighten the mood.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I was just gonna say this. It would be fair to let them come on the stage too, just so we could have some good laughs. I'd love to have a political stage like the one we had with Man of the Year with Robin Williams, where he runs for president. Did you guys ever see that movie?
No.
Oh, yeah. Robin Williams actually runs for president in this movie. He's a comedian who runs for president. And they get on a debate stage where there's 3 of them there. And it's the Republican, the Democrat, and him. And it's just... it just is so funny. It's Robin Williams and Christopher Walker.
You bet.
It's just funny.
You bet. LDG's back.
Hey, what's up, people? I am no longer LDG of Geeks and Joy. I am now LDG of Geeks and Joy Vaccines. Yes, that's right, boys and girls. I am official.
Thank you.
Vaccination. There you go, right there. Booyah.
It's not it's not official. You only have 1 shot.
Correct.
That's enough. You know what? Bite me. Because it's not 1 shot, because 2 shots are not enough. 2 shots are not enough.
We know, but
so you're never enough.
Got a shot
So,
yet?
And what?
I was just wondering, am I the only one who hasn't had to get a shot yet?
well, when you
don't worry,
decide to
because the
have
next shot,
some medical,
it's going to be
medical thing, you will have to get the shot too.
Yeah. Well, they're going to come out with a shot that just spreads like a virus. So you're going to get it one way or another.
You mean, yeah, like the virus.
Airborne vaccine. Yeah. So it's coming.
LDG.
Don't worry, MB.
Oh, Tommy.
Hey, Tommy.
Tommy. Anywho, what was I going to say? No clue. So I went there. Asked me the questions.
Right?
But
oh, they actually asked you questions, huh?
They asked me questions. They were absolutely fucking meaningless questions. But questions like, have you ever had an outbreak after taking the COVID vaccination? I'm like, well, I haven't had one, so I can't say yes or no. Why the F are they including questions that state, have you had this after the thing you're taking for the first time? Makes no sense. Cool note is that I was able to control one thing, and the whole arm hurting. So they did the right side because I'm left-handed. So the first thing I asked, I was like, I'm left-handed. So she's like, oh, okay, switch the chair around. So they stuck my right arm. And no,
you know what?
No absurd. You have a bruise. Like it was like right there. Can't see it.
Did you die?
Nothing yet.
No, it'll
arm
take
feels
a
great.
while. It'll take a while. Give it
That's
till
what I heard.
tonight when you try to go to sleep.
That's what I heard. It's gonna, like tonight, I'm wake up with freaking like, ugh, God.
It's gonna hurt a couple of days. Mine still hurt. I took about 3 months ago, and my arm's still hurting from the same shot.
Okay, so we'll see though. See how strong my body is. Rah!
Yes, Tommy is loading up his Nerf gun to take LTG down.
Cool.
I've got my elephant gun with tranquilizers.
Hey,
I need
can't tranquilize me, baby. I'm feeling good today. I don't know what it is. Maybe because my body knew I was going to take the shot. So I'm like psychosomatic, feeling good. You know what I mean? But I actually feel pretty damn good.
Did you have an overdose of dopamines?
Something,
Probably.
You seem way too good in a good mood. You seem way.
Maybe it's my overlook on life. Well, that's the beautiful thing, right? When you don't have to worry about, your beliefs because your beliefs are perfect for you, you feel good. You don't have to worry about things like hell and, stuff like that.
So you're not married? All right, never mind. I
It
was
went
gonna
to
say
hell. It's called my first marriage.
something. That's why. Oh yeah.
Did LD,
I know you are,
LD, did you take a shot from the alley behind the guy being? Yes, that's what it felt like. No, I went to CVS. They did it, and it was quite painless. Even the shot didn't even hurt. I was expecting because usually the arm shots hurt. At least when I took my polio vaccine or rabies or whatever the hell it was when I was in like second grade.
Rabies?
That shit
You
hurt.
got the rabies shot?
I got some shot in second grade. They made all the kids take it. I don't know. It was something, but I know it was the arm. I think it was polio.
Yeah. You feel?
I remember
Did you scratch? I mean, like itchy, like.
Okay. Rock solid. No. Wait. All right, I'm good. So far, so good.
The only shot that I've ever had that hurt like a bitch was the one I got in the military.
Which one?
Oh god.
We'll see. Fucking air gun shit. They'll shoot everything in you at once. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Thanks to Rock Solid, I'll be waking up every morning, going to brush my teeth and doing a check.
Hey,
and I can wiggle my ears. So
I gotta tell you this. I have this tattoo here, this tiger tattoo, back when I joined the Marine Corps, and when they shot all those fucking shots in me, I shit you not, they shot it right into the eye of the tiger, that the blood started trickling down from the fucking eye of the tattoo. I shit you not. I almost wanted to leave it that way. It was just so goddamn funny. It's like, really? You stuck him in the eye, and now I'm bleeding.
It was the eye of the tiger.
Oh, God. I've had tetanus. It's not bad.
tetanus, maybe it was tetanus. I don't know. You never know. You never know. So, on a lighter note, glad to see you're still streaming. How did it go? What did I miss? Anything cool?
Clusterfucks and everything else, but we're still going.
Clusterfucks? I love clusterfucks. Love me.
People bad mouthing Gene Roddenberry.
Why? Because he was an asshole?
Yes.
I thought that was common knowledge.
Well, I did make the my famous controversial thing where I said people constantly say Star Trek is conservative or Star Trek is completely progressive, and I pointed out there are many conservative values in Star Trek and Starfleet.
Nothing's completely everything. I agree. And Star
Until
Trek is what it is what you make it, man. Just like
until you hit Discovery.
Oh,
and then
fuck.
No. When you can go to when you get into darkness and you can transport from Earth to Kronos.
Yeah. We're not talking about JJ crap.
Too late for that.
No, that's where the shit started, right there. I'm calling that one. I'm saying when you can beam from fucking Earth to Kronos, yeah.
Yeah, but we weren't talking about JJ crap.
No, we weren't.
Well, what do you want to do? Talk about Kurtzman shit?
No, I'm tired of talking about Star Trek altogether. Of course, it's the host's call or the viewers, depending on the host is cool or not.
It was the viewers. They don't listen to me anyway.
Yeah, I'm done.
Nobody
done talking
listens
about
to
Doctor
me.
Who, Star Trek, Star Wars, Chutes and Ladders, Trouble.
Hey, wait a minute. You
All
leave
of it.
Chutes and Ladders alone.
No kidding.
Chutes and Ladders is an awesome game. You leave that alone, you some bitch.
Oh man, did I hit a chord there? Nerve. Yeah.
Speaking of games, I got on my tablet and pulled up Risk and saw they had an Alcatraz version, and actually won that one. Went against two other people and actually won that one. I lost the first time because I didn't realize the way it was going. I didn't realize there were so many blocked walls. So I lost miserably the first time. Well, once I realized that, I went back in and strategically started placing people. And
Oh, rock solid. You're funny. And you're not a complete asshole, rock solid. I disagree with that. There's parts of you I love.
No, I like Rock
That's not
Solid
your
pretty much
asshole.
all the way through until he starts harassing my Cubs, but that's typical for him. So, other than that,
yeah.
I mean, he's an asshole, but he's not a complete asshole. I mean,
It is
let's be
Klutzman.
realistic.
Affecting you with a lighter. That's funny.
Yosef, that was not. Yeah, it wasn't that what you saw with the spoon and a lighter, and no, that was other bad things.
No, that's called LA Hangout.
Just happens to be in Slovakia that he saw it.
Hey, they used to like to say, where California goes, America goes. Thank God that's not true
No.
anymore.
Actually, Rock Solid, I like that you banter back and forth with me about the Cubs. Even though management there is a clusterfuck getting rid of everybody, but hey, that's okay. And yes,
You got a World
Oscar,
Series, shut up.
we are assholes. We're just different levels of assholeness.
Hey, just remember, you got a fucking Super Bowl in your lifetime. Be happy.
Super Bowl? You mean a World Series?
World Series, sorry.
But yes, I did have a Super Bowl. I've had 2 Super Bowls, but only one of them was a win with the Bears too in my lifetime. So,
Sorry, I don't know shit about football. Football, in my opinion, is the most boring sport to watch on TV.
then apparently you have not watched golf.
Exactly.
No, I've actually watched golf. I like it when I like it when it's when it's the second or they're doing the putt, trying to see if that's going to work from the distance. I actually enjoy that. I actually find the whole have to figure out the math and everything to go with it entertaining. Do I watch golf all the time? Fuck no. But I'd watch golf over football any day of the week. Football is just slow, boring, and way too full of commercials.
Sounds like baseball.
And random, the World Series consists of the U.S. and Canada. Canada does apply for the World Series.
I thought they don't. Well, what do they have now? Because they got rid of the Expos a long time ago.
Still had the Blue Jays.
Yep.
Oh, the Toronto Blue Jays. Yeah. Yeah, they come up all the time.
I'm just saying, technically it could be 2 countries battling it out.
That is correct.
I knew they had, the Toronto Blue Jays, and I don't remember where the Expos were, but
Montreal.
Montreal. Didn't they go to? Didn't they become the Washington Nationals?
I don't know. Why don't you Google it?
Because I don't fucking want to. I want somebody else to do some work for once.
They are the Washington Nationals now.
Thank you.
But really,
Look,
Montreal
if it comes to baseball,
Expos didn't count anyway because they were from Quebec. Now I'm going to get yelled at from somebody.
Oh, boy.
They say Quebec didn't matter.
Yeah,
I only say that because of Alexander.
Look, if I'm gonna follow baseball and
See, I knew I was going to get that
Cardinals all the way. I'm from St. Louis, man, so it's Cardinals all the way.
Fuck the Cardinals.
Hey, I gave your team credit when they went to the World Series and said, I'm rooting for you. If we weren't going to make it, I'd rather our greatest rival get it. And there were a lot of Cardinal fans who were backing you guys during that World Series. They won't necessarily tell you to your face, but they were. Cut the fartness.
Oh boy.
Oh man. Hey,
We
we're the
are
only team to have the
family.
manager. Hey, I just want to point out we're the only team who had a manager who won World Series in both National and American League.
I don't think anybody's really caring about baseball talk either.
Mm-mm.
Well, then pick something else. I can't pick everything.
All right, folks. How many
Why
thinks Dune's gonna suck? I do.
I
Really?
don't
I
care.
just said something controversial. Now everybody can yell at me.
As far as Dune goes, I really don't care.
Me either. I don't care.
It's not
I never liked it.
I read the book. I didn't like the book. It took me 6 months to get through it. The second half was decent, but the first half was so god dang boring. I don't like the first movie. I enjoyed that sci-fi miniseries. I thought that was good. But yeah, overall, I don't care. I don't think Dune was that great of a book. Never have.
And no, Cinnabon Ghostbusters will not be woke.
I think Cinnabon wants to be woke.
Yes, Darth.
Oh shit! I heard he was in the hospital.
Lots of musicians are dropping here lately.
Yeah, I remember hearing.
But
the
Joey
drummer for
died like
Slipknot
days ago. Then we lost the bass player for ZZ Top, which they've already replaced, and they're back out on stage now.
Billy.
Ghostbusters has already been set for a release date for November. We shall see if they hold to it. The way things are going, everything will probably get canceled.
Oh, yeah. Because people actually grow a brain and decide to actually fight back, but you know, it's not going to happen.
I don't even think the theater over in Terre Haute is. I've drove by that. Well, I haven't drove by it, but I mean, I've seen it as I drive by certain areas in Terre Haute, and it's an AMC theater, and I guarantee you it is shut down. There ain't nothing going through there.
All of ours are open, but after the shenanigans in Chicago this weekend, I got a feeling that the governor will probably shut everything down on us soon. And hello, Gaskar.
What is going on, everybody?
It's just Monday morning mayhem.
I feel you.
No, that's because for the last almost 100 years, Chicago's been run by a certain particular political party.
I just have
personally,
to
I
laugh.
think honestly, we should just let the mob take back over Chicago. At least things were civilized back then.
Facts. That is true.
Except for Mrs. O'Leary's cow trying to burn the entire place down to the ground.
Yeah.
Hey, the mob had rules at least.
Yeah, Grandpa Geek's not wrong, because here in Montreal, when the mob was in power, there was a lot less freaking crime going around, to be honest with you. Less gangs versus gangs. Things were controlled. Once the mafia broke down, that's when everything started Italian coffee shops start going on fire and everything around here. It was a crazy war.
Yeah, I think unfortunately what they didn't realize was when you take down those things, they didn't think back then about the power vacuum it was going to leave.
Mm-hmm.
They still don't do that.
No, they don't do that now. Still, that's the problem. You know, you take something down, but they're not thinking about the power vacuum that's going to replace it. Somebody's going to replace that product if you don't. You know, if you just take one down and you do nothing, somebody else is going to come in and take over. Somebody else will. At least when the mob did it, the mob had territories, they had understandings, they had agreements. They may have worked outside the law, but at least they also worked with the law at times.
Yeah, we're going to have people coming in and filling the vacuum like Maria Oberto Prey 5.
Well, your current mayor of Chicago is a fucking idiotic bitch.
Not my mayor. I don't live in Chicago.
No. I didn't say your mayor. If I did, I apologize. I said I meant to say the mayor.
Oh, Mr. CCDV and Darkcaster are both in the chat now, too. Everybody's waking up.
You know, as weird as it is, I agree with Captain Trek. I think this movie is going to be good, and I'm with him. This is the first movie of 2021 I want to go to the theater to see. So I'm on the same boat with him.
Which movie was this?
Ghostbusters Afterlife. But I've already seen the #1 film I wanted to see this year in theaters, and that was Kong vs. Godzilla.
Okay. I didn't see that. I saw that on I think I watched it on HBO Max.
I've already seen the best movie of 2021. Pig.
Yeah, shut. I saw Kong vs. Godzilla first on HBO, and then I went to the theater because I liked it.
Yeah, that's right. I saw it on HBO. Well, what happened was I paid off a certain debt I had. Just one of those things I got a loan for. I paid that off. I had disposable income, and I got tired of every time I turned around, my kids would accidentally hit something on Hulu, and it would automatically upgrade because there's no code or anything like that. It'll just upgrade it if they see you. So I just said, fuck it, and I upgraded to pretty much everything they have except live. And you know what? It's still cheaper than what my satellite used to cost. Between my internet, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, and Disney Plus, all that stuff, even with the extras on Hulu, it's still fucking cheaper than what I used to pay for satellite and internet combined.
Here's the question from the chat. If you could classify the mob with alignment, what would it be?
Lawful evil.
The mob is what?
I don't think he meant as a D&D reference, but more like as a conservative, liberal. Or maybe he did, because he's going with chaotic neutral. No. Most of my D&D characters are chaotic neutral, so I can do whatever the hell I want.
I wasn't, I don't know about chaotic neutral. Yeah, the one I would go with is maybe aberrant, and that's from the Palladium books. It's kind of an honor among thieves kind of code. So I would think it would work among honors among the mafia. This is my thought.
And first we had Dr. Alex. Now we have Old Media Guy in the chat. Yes, that news I reported last week on a video. And Thomas, I'm sure Bird of Prey is triggered by the mob talk.
He's taking it all out of the gulag.
Rock Solid's
Why would he
premiere
be
is
triggered
about
by
to
the
drop.
mob talk? He lives in. Wait a minute. Why would he be triggered by mob talk? He lives in New York.
And
I'm talking about Chicago mob. I'm talking about Chicago mob, the real mob.
And Mama Prey is sending Uncle Polly down to visit LDG, so.
I don't think so, because I'm actually connected to the Syrian mafia. So, yeah, good luck with that.
Oh, do I need to send Louis?
I am Louis. Where you want to send
No,
me?
you're
The
not Louis.
Syrian
I know
mafia?
You're not Louis.
Okay. When they say, hey, we're sending Louis after you, who do you think they're talking about?
Oh, God.
Sheesh, Louise. God.
Jeez, believe it or not, I do actually have a cousin named Louis. I am Italian, fucker. I do have Italian
Hey,
ancestry.
cousin Louis. Hey.
This is what always cracks me up when everybody fucks up my mom's name. You know, Captain Trek can give me shit all he wants about the way I talk, but at least I'm the only one who can get my mother's name right. Because my mother's name, everybody calls her Teresa or Terry, and that's not the proper way. The proper way to say my mom's name is Teresa.
I would hope you could get your own mother's name right.
You'd be pretty stupid if you couldn't.
Well,
That's what the Italians call a cugliolo.
Uh-oh. Oh, we've got
But like I
another
said,
mobster.
yeah. My mom's name is Teresa.
And
trust
Thomas,
me, you don't fuck with my mother. She has
course,
connections
Tommy,
to the old country.
those in the mob always claim the mob isn't real.
That's correct.
Because his mama makes a spicy meatball.
You sure?
You know, I joke with my wife sometimes when our kids have their tempers. I said, "What do you think it is? You think it's the Italian in me or the Russian Jew in you?" Because my kids have got some tempers.
Great. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
And a Happy New Year, too.
What's up,
If you're
Jason?
going
Lee?
off of Home Alone, too.
I just go by these words of wisdom.
I can't possibly check them before. Captain says it was LDG.
Hey.
Yes. Ah! What?
That's from Deej. Deej.
Fuck you, Deej!
The first one to request.
The
a slot
first
today.
one? How many people
That's it.
requested?
It always goes to the first. It's the winner. Deej was our winner. Thank you, Deej.
Fuck you, Deej.
Okay. What the hell was that all about?
We have this new thing that whenever Sissa Prey shows up at the house, if Bird's live streaming, the first one that sends her a private message on Facebook can have her go over and slap him.
Oh.
And I didn't message her, by the way. So.
Nope, I was the only one that I was the first one. I was the only one. I was the winner.
I was the ignorant one very early on. I actually thought you and Bird were brothers. Because you guys made it sound like you were brothers. And when I finally asked about it, you guys had to clarify it. And I was like, oh, damn. Everybody was in on this joke.
Bird is going to send Uncle Polly to visit you now for insulting him so much.
No kidding.
It's debated not even coming in.
Uncle Polly doesn't want to come here. I got more ammo and more people.
Don't trust me. Doesn't matter. You won't know he's coming.
I would hope I would know he's coming. That's a personal issue.
I meant
it's debated not even coming in.
LDG, knock it off. Can't tell if Bird's really talking or not. Damn it. I'm not the bother, damn it.
What?
Oh. And we're completely off the rails again, folks. That's how we do it.
that's not a first.
And Markrell, there is such a thing. So, yes, there is. Don't make me time travel back and get Al Capone. You can actually go to the train depot there in Kansas City, Missouri, and see all kinds of plaques on the wall outside about mafia people. And Thomas Potts is just because I am lucky. That is the only reason why I get the first for Nephew of Prey on everything, because I am lucky.
Mm-hmm.
It was only luck that he was the first one to call, because I was the last one to send a message to Sister Prey about slapping Bird. Bird is dead. Okay, LBG.
What?
I can tell when you're playing the things. You're searching through for more clips now. We can tell.
He should be doing this every day, anyhow. Come on.
I mean, he's playing with the pooches. Fight him! Fight him!
All right, Deej, what you looking at today?
I don't know. Well, I'm looking at some point. I need to go eat.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
how long
Billy.
is streaming? So
Not quite yet.
Do a
Not
waiting
quite
room.
yet.
All right. Not quite yet. It's fine. Take your
I'm gonna
time.
see-
No rush.
I'm gonna see if anybody else is streaming or such, or what else anybody else is up to. And
So I want to
I
start
know
my
Bert-
vaccination in the waiting room.
well, there you go. You can go and get ready to stream your vaccination thing, and then Bird's on later today, and
Yeah.
You know,
I'll
because
jump on
Monday
up.
is usually supposed to be a free day, but you know, and people who say they're not going to stream end up streaming and taking up the time and doing all this stuff and all this. You know, it's little
Well,
time for like
I
little channels.
was streaming because Michael T needed to go to bed early.
Then
Yeah,
I started
he
streaming.
sounded out of steam even when I got there. And I got
And
there
I
at the
started
very end, and
streaming.
he sounded out of steam.
Yeah, I got on, and nobody else was streaming, so I got on.
Exactly.
Help! I'm being attacked by canines.
Good. I hope they eat you
All the
alive.
people that don't want to stream over other people, there should be plenty of time to stream.
Shut up and start streaming,
Super
dumbass.
stream.
You
Mug
got
stream.
your stream set up?
Say
I
your
stream
fucking
like that,
shit,
dude. I'm
fucking shit up.
ready.
Either
Boom,
people
wham,
show up
bam.
or they
Thank you,
fucking
ma'am.
don't.
That's what she
Look,
said.
either people show up or they don't. Take your pick.
Exactly.
Well,
Word.
then I'm going to get the hell off here after anybody that needs something to promote can promote, and then I can go cook lunch.
Go ahead.
Grilled cheese?
So
What are you cooking? What do you got for lunch?
I don't know yet. I gotta go look around the
Food.
kitchen and see what I want to.
You gotta look around.
And
Like
Thomas,
somebody else does the shopping. Like you gotta like, ooh, surprised. Ooh, what's this?
oh
A
yeah,
piece of
I
candy.
do the shopping, yes, but I just don't know what I'm in the mood for yet until I look around and see what. Hell, it could be
Exactly.
just a damn bowl of cereal I have. I don't know yet until I go down there.
I know right now what I can eat in this house. I don't have to look. I know. I don't gotta scavenge. What's over here? What's over here?
I know what
Good for you, Pickles.
Potato
Good
salad.
for you.
I know what I can eat too. I just want
Is
to
Pickles
decide
married?
when I go down there what combination I want to make.
Okay,
No, but he has.
Oh, no, I'm not married. I'm not the conventional useless marriage. I'm married to
Okay.
everyone.
Okay.
Ew.
You?
Huh? What?
Ew.
Do you have
Ew,
somebody
ew.
living with you?
Yes.
Parents.
And do they do the shopping?
It's a
Yeah, there we go. There you go, folks. Right there.
I give them the list, and they buy what's on the list.
He knows what's in the fridge.
Of course.
He's not
And
the one buying it.
Darren Wagner
No,
says,
I
check your
tell them
Discord,
what to
LDG. And Thomas Potts wants a divorce from LDG, and LDG, answer your damn Discord, please.
I get what? Okay, first of all, you can't divorce. It's until death do you part, and then you just marry the next version of me that comes to life. So there's no divorce. Sorry, nice try.
Oh, there is a divorce. Trust me, I went through one once.
Your divorce, not my divorce.
Oh no, trust me, my divorce was better than sex when I got the note in the mail.
I can imagine.
Anybody else got anything they want to promote before
No.
I leave?
I want to leave.
No.
Gaskar, got
I'm
anything
gonna
you want
start
to
a
promote?
waiting room.
Yeah, I
Wait,
started
wait.
this cool thing called Conversations in My Cockpit. So
Okay.
I'm glad you added Pit to that.
So
Are you
that's pretty
serious?
cool.
All
Yeah.
bullshit
So
aside.
Convocations
No,
with
seriously.
my in my cockpit.
Yeah, I
Or on
do
my
flight
cockpit.
I do flight simulators, so I take a destination,
Ah.
and while I'm flying from one destination to other, I have either people jump on Xbox Live or on StreamYard, and we have conversations while I fly and probably crash the plane.
Cool.
Sweet.
Oh, kind of like Bert.
That's cool. I know somebody else who
remember-
used to do streams like that, but that's awesome. Yeah, dude. I like that idea. It works.
Remember, Gaskar is doing conversations with his cockpit.
On
I
my
had to
All
do it.
joking.
I had to
In my
do it.
cockpit.
All joking aside, when I did get my divorce papers in the mail, I did do cartwheels in the street. If I had been able to, I would have done a backflip, but I did do cartwheels. I was very, very happy. I don't know how many people have ever been happy about a divorce, but trust me, I was.
Okay, folks, I'm getting out of here to go eat.
Thank you.
Remember, I'm fired.
Peace.
That's it, Deej. You're fired.
Screw you! You're fired! Fire! You're fired! Fire! 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 You're fired!
PJ Odyssey, how can I be fired? I'm not one of your wrenches, LOL. You're fired from talking to me and being my friend and being on my channel. Get the hell out of here. Go on, you go on, get the hell out of here.